Muted. There we go. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to PFM TV. How we doing today, John? I didn't think you were going to be coming in today for some reason. I must have got that wrong. How's it going?
Oh yeah. No, I was gonna travel today, but that didn't go through, so I'm here today.
Solid. Let's go.
Yeah.
How's your trading week been, man?
It's been good. It's been good. I'm really happy with my trading this week, and it'll probably be one of my bigger accomplishments I'm feeling pretty good, but when I get this account back to green. So I was like 25% from blowing my funded account, and now it's getting back to a really good place. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. I'm happy. That's good. I mean, yeah, this week has been pretty good for me. I've been green every day, but I feel like I haven't had the best read on price action still, but I've just been able to like size accordingly and just pick my spots that I'm still ending green every day this week. But I can acknowledge that like I don't really have the best read on price at the same time, which is I guess a blessing. But yeah, that's kind of how it's been going with me.
I mean, yeah, if you're still green in the midst of that, that's very good. So
yeah. Guys, we are super close to this payout too on my 5 top 1 futures 50K accounts. Profit target is $3,000, 53K. So I'm like, about $550 away. So we'll see, man. We'll see if we could get this. But yeah, this is like, everyday green, but small green. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing crazy, like base hit days, and usually starting red in the morning. Like that's just what's been going on. Like I have the incorrect read in the morning. And then I really what the situation is I've been bearish. Like I keep trying to short in the morning. It doesn't work out. We grind up and I just go, all right, I guess I just got to get on board with what's happening and I'll like flip long or something. Yeah, that's really been the situation.
Nice.
Yeah. Chat. How's the chat doing? Good morning, guys. Sakuna, I see everyone in here. Samar. We got a ton of giveaways to do. Shout out to our sponsors, Top 1 Futures, Blue Guardian, Aqua Futures, and our guest today. Were you tuning into the stream yesterday at all, John?
No, I wasn't able to. No. Yeah.
We had Jacob Trades on, who's like really kind of been on the come up. He came up last year. The kid has been trading for a year and a half, John, and he has over $300,000 in verified payouts from prop firms. It's honestly like kind of disgusting. Like a year and a half, bro. And I talked with him. He's from Canada. He's like French Canadian, really cool dude. I've been wanting to talk to him. Yeah,
it's the Canadians. Yeah,
it's the Canadians. Is that a thing? I'm unaware.
No, for me, there's a lot of talented Canadians. I've met a lot of talented Canadians who like they're just good at anything, and they're just like, yeah. I don't know what it is. It's their water, I think. So,
well, there you go. Yeah, he's one of those guys. But yeah, it was cool talking with him, and we're actually having his friend on, like one of his good friends who has been trading longer than him. Also has a ton of payouts verified. His name is Alex. It's funny, I think, because I booked Jacob because I wanted to talk to Jacob. And Robert, our booking manager, who helps out a lot behind the scenes, shout out Robert. He booked Alex. And they're like best friends in the same group, but I don't think we coordinated that at all. So it'll be cool. It'll be a cool interview today.
Yeah, awesome. I'll try and tune in for sure, or watch it after. Yeah.
But other than that, man, what's been new with you? I mean, trading account going good. Do you have like a game plan on what you're going to do from here? Maybe we can take a look at some charts, see what you're looking at.
Yeah, for sure. So the game plan. So I switched back to what passed me challenges in the first place. I think I just tried to deviate from that initial game plan. And so now, I went back to, how I previously traded. And honestly, I could have gotten it to a way better place. I just ended up cutting trades too early. But I'm not mad at that. I'm like, all right, just trying to get it back to a good place. And it's still a little bit hard for me to hold trades for a bit longer. But yeah, that's the game plan, and the lockout feature has been helping again.
Yeah, for sure.
It's and now I feel a bit more patient waiting for my my A+ setup to come in, because I know like if I don't pick a good trade, I'm going to be locked out for 30 minutes. So that makes me a little bit more picky. So I'm just waiting for a good setup. But yeah, that's kind of the game plan.
Nice. Yeah, I feel like when I'm in Drawdown, I feel like it's so tempting to want to hold a trade and make it all back or make a big chunk of it back. I've just noticed for me personally, guys, like when I'm in Drawdown, I do way better off just locking in any profit. Like if it's $200 of profit and I'm in $3,000 of Drawdown, it's something, and it helps you psychologically just be like, okay, I'm a little safer now. Let me just stair step back my way back up.
Yeah, 100%. And I look at it as like attempts. So like I started to look at it this way this last week. So I know how much every loss is, and I think it goes back to like what we talked about I think a week ago, where you were like, okay, I know I have this many attempts based on how much capital I have, drawdown basically. So I'm looking at it that way as well. So like if I get a good trade and I make a good amount back, I'm like, okay, that's like 6 more attempts that I can take. Exactly. And what's the likelihood that one of those is going to be not a winner? It's not very likely. So that's helping me kind of change my mind. I'm like, okay, I'm getting more attempts back to continue to keep getting my account to a better place. So I kind of like, thinking of it in that way.
Bullets in the chamber.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly what I was thinking. So have more shots now, and I can take more attempts, and so I like that approach for sure.
Exactly, man. Yeah, totally agree. This is a pretty good question here from Montana. They're asking, do you think the amount of trading education nowadays has an influence on new traders becoming profitable in a shorter period of time, like our guest yesterday, like Jacob? I think that's a thing. I was talking to Jacob about that on the stream yesterday. I was saying, I think traders are just better in general in these last couple of years. I think me and you have even talked about this briefly. 4 or 5 years ago, there was a massive influx of people who got into trading. A lot of them were not too great, but they've kept and stuck with it for 4 years. They're going to be better traders. They're going to be good at trading. So yeah, I think that's a thing, and I think with that's going to come better education, naturally. So I think somebody coming into the game today in 2025, you have so much content out there. You have a ton of great free educational content. You have a ton of good paid mentorships. Like there's quality stuff out there. I think you can get better in a shorter amount of time than maybe say 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. There's so much content on trading nowadays. And yeah, I feel like there's been a boom the last few years, probably, because of crypto. And I think there's probably a lot of better traders now because of education, for sure.
Yeah, I think that was a really good question. I think so.
Yeah.
Real quick, John, this is one more question for you. They're asking about PFM maybe having an app. Is that a thing? I don't know how that would work. But it's kind of an interesting question. Is that something that we've ever thought about here at Prop Firm Match?
So I'm assuming you mean a mobile app.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess that's what he's talking about.
So one thing internally we've been discussing, so you might think like Prop Firm Match is like a website. It is, but it's actually like a sophisticated app because of all the features that we have. So on the desktop version, you can go and you can create an account for sure. And get loyalty points and save your challenges and customize your tables. So it's kind of already in that trajectory of becoming like a web app, which it is. As far as a mobile app, we have discussed that. I think we will build that at some point, but we have a few other features in the pipeline that we're working on. So I'd imagine maybe in Q2 of 2026, maybe Q3, we'll start more serious discussions on that, or earlier if we have the bandwidth. But yeah, definitely we want to build a mobile app for sure.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Good question. Lilish here just mentioned we got red folder news at 8:30 unemployment claims. So we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, we got about 15 minutes. So that'll bring some volatility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to get your charts up, John? Show us some of the trades you've been taking, or maybe what you're looking at for today's price action. From what I see, we're just stuck in a range right here on the higher time frame. I did take a little scalp during the Asia session on my top 1 futures accounts, so that was right here. And really, I was just thinking for a mean reversion move, like revert back to equilibrium. The market swept out this swing high, displaced lower. We created a 5-minute bearish fair value gap, so I got short inside this gap on a rejection. And yeah, I just targeted like 30 points with 5 micros. So in and out, but yeah, nice little trade for an Asia scalp, $270 on the 5 accounts. But yeah, right now for me, man, I don't know. I would like to be, I don't know why. I'm usually not a perma bear, but I feel like I've been bearish this entire run up. It's weird. So part of me, I want to short this still. I want to see the market like take out these relative equal lows right here, John, which also lines up with previous day's low. ES as well has a ton of stacked lows here. We've like really built out this range. And I just feel like this is an area that I would love to target for a reversion back down to like fill some of this imbalance down here. But yeah, I'm going to be cautious at first because I don't want to short right here at all. We'll see what the news does. Maybe the news brings us up to sweep out this high one more time, and then we get some type of displacement. If we can lose the previous day's point of control and I could use that as a resistance, I would love that. But maybe I would just keep it as simple as, if you want to be bullish, try to ideally keep, you want the market to stay above the previous day's point of control, and vice versa. If you want to be bearish, wait for a break below the previous day's point of control and wait to see if it stays bearish. If that level holds as resistance, then I think you do have some reasonable downside targets, like these equal lows here, which again, previous day's low. So yeah, I would say this is going to be my key level for the day, that previous day's point of control on ES and on NQ.
Nice.
But yeah, let's get, I got your charts up. We can see what you're looking at.
Yeah, so got a little bit of, I guess you call it divergence, right? When they're doing the opposite thing. Is that the correct term?
Oh wait, sorry. I was reading one of the comments. What'd you say?
Divergence is when they're doing the opposite thing, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I kind of knew that, but I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, a little bit of divergence with ES and NQ. So on the 4-hour chart, this is kind of yeah, it feels like you mentioned, Zach, we could, we're like in a range, or like we're trying to figure out where we want to go. So on the 4-hour, ES is below this block here for me, but NQ is within a 4-hour value area. It's within it. So to me, NQ wants to head up here, but it's not going to do so if ES doesn't get back into here. So ES has to break through, and it looks like it's trying to. But if ES breaks through this 4-hour value area, this could be a good long for ES to rotate to the upside. Or we could just head back down because we're in this gap on ES. So this is what I'm looking at. So I don't have a lot of clarity unless ES breaks this. And the other thing I'm looking at, so this is the 4-hour chart. Then on the dailies, ES is within this range, or this is an hourly range actually. So it isn't as strong, but I'm noticing ES is within it. So ES could try to rotate up here, which if it did, it would have to break this here to get up into this 4-hour value area. Yeah, and NQ, I don't have any strong daily levels above. So yeah, I'm referring to referencing the 4-hour and the hourly for NQ, because there's nothing here. I don't like any of this. There's no solid like sideways price action on the daily.
To pull a profile from.
To pull a profile. So like on the 4-hour, I'll show kind of my profiles. So on the 4-hour, I'm using this range. So this is a bit of sideways. This is sideways. So I'm using those. And then this is sideways here. So some good ones on the 4-hour, but on the daily, there's just, this to me isn't much. There's not much. Actually, I have this drawn up on the 4-hour, which is more, feels a little more accurate. but yeah, this doesn't feel like enough to draw a profile. So just referring to the 4-hour and the hourlies for ES and NQ.
Yeah, and maybe you can like elaborate more on that. Why do you like to see a defined range over maybe just like, you know, a little bit of chopping action towards one direction like you're seeing there? What do you see as more beneficial to pull a profile from like a real defined range?
Yeah, it's just because more volume was traded in a defined range. So there was more buyers and sellers were trying to find the fairest price for a longer time. So maybe this goes to James Dalton's like time price opportunity, where he uses time. If more time is spent trying to figure out what the fairest price to do business, the more likelihood that that section is going to be reactive, because there was more volume and more likely more traders trying to figure out what the best price was. So when we revisit it, it's likely that there'll be a stronger reaction in that area. So that's why, yeah, I kind of like more sideways action. And just by kind of experience, the more sideways, yeah, the more reactive it is, and the more the market, yeah, responds to it. But if there's no like, and hopefully I'm explaining this well, but yeah, if there's no sideways action, like buyers and sellers weren't trying to figure out what the best price was at any given time, then I don't have a lot of confidence that it's going to be reactive, because price could just cut through it. You know, there wasn't a lot of volume traded back and forth in this area. So price, to me, it's not a strong level, and price could just break through it. So that's kind of the logic behind it. Hopefully that made sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. I already knew the answer too, but I feel like it's a good thing to go over with people, you know, who may not use volume profile at all. You know, I think it makes perfect sense intuitively, but maybe if you're like brand new, you wouldn't know that. So yeah, I thought that was a good thing to go over.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What do you think? Can you maybe go over like some of the trades that you think you've taken that have shown how you've had a good read on the market, or maybe what do you think you've done differently this week that has caused you to, like, you know, really be in tune?
Yeah. So one thing that's helped me is, like, I don't take a trade unless all the signals are there. So I might get a little bit into the weeds right now, but I'll try to do my best to explain it.
Sure.
So let's see if I can go over some trades I took yesterday. I think this was a trade here. No, this was in the overnight session. I'll try to find the trade that I took. No, that was Friday. Let's see, Tuesday. Yeah, I think it might have been maybe, like, let's say, for example, this here on ES. This was at, nope, didn't take that one. That was 934. I think I might have taken this one, 13. This was yesterday. I'm not 100% sure, but I might have taken it. So the thing I do, and maybe I don't even need to go over the specific trade, but I wait for a lot of confluence. So I wait for all the time frames to line up. So if I know we're trying to get to a higher place, let's say on the 4-hour, yeah, let's say, for example, yesterday, this was, today's Thursday. I'm getting my days mixed up.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So for example, like yesterday, I had a feeling, or like based on these charts, I knew we wanted to get up here on ES. So then I looked on NQ, and we were above this value area. Yep, that's correct. So we were above here. And so to me, I had a long bias, and we were above the open. So that gave me clues to be like, okay, just look for the long and look for the best place for the long. So that's when I would go to my 1 hour and 15 minute and just line everything up. The 15 minute was also saying go long. You know, this is the same thing on the 15 minute. I knew we wanted to get up here. And so, long story short, to answer the question, I just wait for confluence on all time frames. If, for example, ES is within a 1 hour block and NQ is above a 1 hour block, and I know we have some higher targets, I'll wait for ES to get outside that block to have more confidence in going long, right? Because NQ is not going to get there if ES doesn't get out of that value area. And once ES does, there's a lot of nice plays that set up, because I know buyers are thinking similar things. We're like, okay, we're out of this value area. NQ is already above. The 4-hour wants to get to higher targets. Now I'm going to wait for a really good play. And I'll even use the 5-minute. If I'm really confident that we're going to get to a higher level, I might use the 5-minute, because the likelihood of us breaking a 5-minute range, knowing that we want to get higher, like buyers will most likely use that range as a stepping stone to get to the higher level. So yeah, just more confluence, just being more picky, waiting for everything to line up. And then that usually sets up a nice play for me.
I like that, man. Yeah. So focusing a lot on both the ES and the NQ, watching the correlations between these two, these two correlated instruments, and then only taking trades when they are both in line with each other. So there is no divergence. NQ is not stuck inside a level while ES is outside of it, which makes perfect sense, because then, there might be a push and pull there, where instead of not getting that one directional move. I love that. That makes perfect sense.
Yep. 100%. And oftentimes when there is that divergence, you'll find that the play might work out, but not at the time that you think. Like, it could be just some chop, because, right, it makes sense. If there's divergence, the market's trying to figure out, like both ES and NQ need to play ball for us to go in kind of the same direction, or similar. They need to work together a little bit to get where we want to go. And if there's a little bit of push and pull, like oftentimes it'll be like that back and forth. And so, yeah, it's cool, because as I watch these levels, I'm like starting to, like, I feel like I put myself in the shoes of every other trader who might be looking at the same thing I'm looking at. And oftentimes I'm like, yeah, like, this is what traders are waiting for. They're waiting for this push and pull to resolve, for them to maybe get a little bit of bounce. And then on the back test, that's when the trade appears, and then we head up to the next level. So yeah, it's like it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I love looking at the correlations between both the ES and the NQ. I do the same thing constantly. You guys know me on stream. I'm always flipping through between ES and NQ. Also, I've been paying a little bit more attention to some of the Mag 7 stocks. Like, yesterday was a pretty good example. That sell-off that we got in the pre-market, John, was actually due to some news that came out with Microsoft. So there was some bearish news regarding AI sales are down, or they didn't meet their quota, or they lowered their quota. Again, I was talking with Jacob about this. Personally, I don't really care what the fundamentals of it are for my intraday trading, but just knowing that it's there, that it occurred. I'll go back and pull back to my screen real quick. Like, this is Microsoft currently, where it's currently trading. This was it yesterday. So it gapped down almost 2%. It gapped down. So that is what caused, when that news came out, is what caused the sell-off here on the NQ and the ES. But here's the thing. So when I saw that, you might think, oh man, we have bearish news today. Let's catch this short continuation all day and just keep shorting. But the thing is, if you flip through to some of the other Mag 7 stocks on that day, they were not nearly as bearish. Here's Apple on the same day, right? So this would have been right here. No difference. There was no gap up, no gap down with Apple. It was just kind of stuck in a range, doing its thing. It was not bearish. It didn't even have a bearish day. Nvidia, same thing. No gap down. So when you start looking at the other weighted stocks in the NASDAQ, it's like, okay, does Microsoft really have the power to push the entire rest of the market down over some bearish news? No, it doesn't. And it did not. So instead of trying to short this all day, I bet a lot of people were just looking for short continuation back down to these lows. Instead, it just grinded up slowly all day, which if you were short biased all day and not flipping that directional bias, you got cooked, man. Especially if you're someone that's using tight stops, just trying to get in short, stop out, short, stop out, short, stop out. Like, these are the type of conditions that 2 years ago I would be cooked. I'd have blown accounts in. Not anymore, but yeah, I just think it's interesting paying attention to the correlations of these. The NASDAQ is not just its own entity. It's comprised of the top 100 tech stocks. Like, So whatever's happening in those tech sectors in an individual stock is what's going to affect the index. So I just thought that was interesting. And even today, I mean, Microsoft is down 2.5% again in the pre-market. So maybe we do have a bearish day, but I'm not going to just put all of my weight on one thing is the point. I need correlation.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. Yeah. Love that. You know, it's interesting because I don't look at the weightings or the top tech stocks. I used to a lot, but it's funny looking at the way where the market is set up now. I'd actually be more curious to know a little bit more about where tech stocks are at the moment, because to me, from what I'm viewing, there's quite a bit of divergence between ES and NQ, and either NQ is going to pull up ES or it's going to bring ES down basically, or like, yeah, if NQ doesn't play ball, ES is not going to get to the higher levels.
Yeah.
So in this instance, because I don't have a lot of clarity on what both indices are trying to do, I would be a little bit more curious to understand where the tech stocks are, just to see, are we more likely maybe to go up, or is NQ going to pull back more? So yeah, that's a great point. Actually, I brought up, for anyone who's interested, I brought up the holdings, the top 10 holdings of the NASDAQ. So, you know, this could be helpful. Like if you're starting out as a trader, I would highly recommend correlations and understanding tech stocks, because that'll help you kind of, like, there's the indices, but in the indices, there's these big stocks that move that indice. So like you can see NVIDIA holds 9.16% of the NASDAQ, then Apple, then Microsoft. What's Broadcom?
I'm actually not sure. That one surprised me. I didn't know that was part of the main holdings in the NASDAQ.
Yeah, I don't know what Broadcom is, but yeah, it's an important stock. Amazon, someone in the chat will probably let us know.
Yeah.
There's Google. There's Google twice, Class A and Class C. I don't really know why Google has two. Then Tesla, then Facebook, and Netflix. Those are the top 10 holdings in the NASDAQ. So yeah. And there's oftentimes correlations between the tech stocks. So like, I'm sure there's traders out there who match correlations with all these tech stocks and use it to trade, which is really, really interesting.
100%. Did you ever trade individual stocks, John? Did you ever get into that?
I did. That was the first thing I traded. Again, I was learning from Dan, who trades everything, or not everything, but he trades stocks. He trades all sectors. All he's looking for is volatility and
crypto too, right? He trades like
crypto, the MJ sector, the marijuana sector. Like he looks for volatility, and he's always analyzing all of these charts. Maybe that's something we could do. Like if someone requests for us to analyze a chart, we could do that for them. But that's what Dan, I think he still does it like 24/7, or like a lot during the day. Like in the community, he'll analyze. You can pick what you want him to analyze, and he'll just use his technical analysis and analyze charts. So he's constantly looking at everything, and yeah, he just wants volatility, so he'll trade whatever. But anyway, going back to the question, yeah, I started off with stocks, using correlations, like watching like over 10 stocks, and it just, like, at one point I just was like, this is too many things to keep track of. I don't want to keep track of this many instruments and stocks, and that's when I switched just to the indices. But yeah, I used to trade stocks for sure. Yeah.
See, my thing with stocks is I just feel like this is not a financial services course, but like the tax incentives to trade futures on a personal cash account especially are just like insanely more beneficial than trying to trade individual stocks. Because you can correct me if I'm wrong, John. You're like, at least in the US, you're getting taxed at capital gains, right? No matter what, with individual stock trading intraday.
Yes, I believe. I never got to like really looking deep into the taxes, but yeah, I think it is capital gains. Yeah,
which is just like, I mean, that's just insane. I mean, there's a lot of benefits, not just to the futures market in general, like when it comes to an efficiency standpoint and execution standpoint, but also if you're in the US, at least, I don't know other places, but there's a lot of tax incentives to trading futures.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to getting more into, the taxes. Like, I know maybe you can elaborate too, Zach, on the taxes, like, because that's one thing we as traders don't always look into is the taxes. I mean, you're making income from the market, so you have to pay taxes on it, and sometimes it's higher than usual. So yeah, if you're a trader, just be aware there's taxes. Yeah, you have to pay.
100%. And again, no financial advice, but yeah, with prop firms at least, it can be pretty simple in the sense that you're an independent contractor. It's income tax. At least that's how I've filed the last 2 years. It's my income. Yep. I pay standard income rate tax in the state that I live in. But you do get to write a lot of things off. You can write you can write a lot of things off when you're working from home. You could write off like a square footage of your apartments that you have set for an office. I've done prop firm challenges too. Some people, that's up in the air. Other people say you can't do it. I did it. So there's a lot you can do. But again, no financial advice.
Yep. Sounds good. Yeah, you could probably write off losses too, and things like that. But yeah, that's great to know. Nice.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have when you're at the point in trading where you're actually thinking about the tax, the income tax. So it's a problem, but it's a good problem to have. When you make it there, you're like, it's good stuff.
100%. Yeah, actually, I meant to mention this morning, Zach, I only have about 30 minutes, so I do have to hop off. But yeah, it's been great chatting.
Awesome, man. Yeah, always great catching up with you. We won't keep you too long then. Have a good one, man. I'll see you next week. Enjoy your weekend if we don't chat then. And congrats on the solid trading week, bro.
Appreciate it. Likewise. Thanks, Zach.
Take care.
Thanks, everyone. See ya. Bye.
W's in the chat for John, man. Suffering from success, Montana says, when you got to pay taxes. Exactly, bro. I mean, it's not fun, bro. I swear, that's the big thing about living in New York, man. That's what makes me want to leave. There's not much that makes me want to leave beautiful New York City. But that is one that can get you. It gets me, I'm holding this stress goo thing when I think about taxes. It helps me when I got to think about the taxes, bro. Ugh. But yeah, Dubs in the chat. I love having John on. It's good to see him having a solid trading week. I know he was, I wouldn't say struggling, but he just wasn't having a great week the week prior. So, that's the comeback right there, man. You got to just stick with it, stay stubborn, keep trading. Just try and tweak where you can, and you hit that comeback, man. Guys, that news, 8:30 dropped. Unemployment claims was released, and literally nothing happened. This is that 8:30 wick. What do we do with that, right? There's like no freaking news volatility. But all right, I do want to start working on some giveaways too, chat. If we can hit 40 likes, we can run our first giveaway. All right, smash that like button. I'm not too much of an influencer, but come on. Helps the algorithm, gets it out to more people. Smash that like button. We hit 40 likes, we'll run our first giveaway. And when I do a giveaway, I don't just give away one account. I give away 2 or 3 at a time. 2 or 3 at a clip. But yeah, a ton of giveaways to do. 12 accounts, Top 1 Futures, Blue Guardian, Aqua Futures. You know the deal, guys. Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, as far as my updates, I mean, this is it, man. This has been the main focus. The 5 instant funded accounts with Top 1 Futures. We can go over my performance stats a little bit. Here's my P&L calendar for December so far. We're up about $1,100. But again, that's on 5 accounts. So we're up about 6K for December. And I started these last week. So we also have November. Total P&L would be, what's 2.4 times 5? I'm bad at math. 12,000 bucks. That's the power of copy trading right there, guys. 12,000. Dang. Just from base hits. A couple trades a day. You know, a couple $100 multiplied across 5 accounts. That's the key, man. That's the key to futures right there. Copy trading. Can you explain how tax deduction goes in America? They are robber barons that take all our money. That's it. That's how it works. And if you don't pay, they come find you. Don't mess with taxes, bro. They'll come get you. Lilish says, taxes is social welfare investment. Government must recognize people pay taxes with certificates and awards, keep society motivated. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm just joking around. Taxes are important. They help keep a government running, which helps keep society running. We need taxes. I'm not like a crazy libertarian that thinks there should be no taxes and everything should be privatized. But, you know, it's pretty human to complain about it when you're giving up a large chunk of your income. The thing about being a trader is like if you work a regular job, in America at least, your taxes are automatically deducted from your paycheck. This is like kind of a downside to being a full-time trader is they're not deducted automatically. So I have to keep track of all of this and then pay them at the end of the year, which sucks. Yeah, but yeah, Montana, we're almost at another 5-figure payout. Exactly. So let's hope we can catch it before the end of the year. I think we got enough time. You know, maybe we get it tomorrow. Who knows? Again, I'm not going to force it, but it's possible. You want me to check gold? I'll check gold, bro. MMT is asking what copy trader I use. So I use 2 different types depending on the platform I'm using. This is Project X, which this is probably going to be the last time I use Project X, guys. I only used it because it was the only platform that Top 1 Futures was really offering. But they just got Trade Evade because Project X is going to be leaving most firms except Top Step soon. So I highly prefer Trade Evade. But the cool thing about Project X, I'll have to give it to them here. Their copy trader is very simple. It's native to the platform. So you can just go right here to settings, go to copy trading, and I literally can just link my accounts. So I set up a leader account, and then I just have follower accounts, and I just check this box for the accounts that I want to copy. It's that simple. So that's one of the benefits of Project X. Super simple, intuitive copy trading. You mean Top 1, not Top Step. Top 1 futures, these are instant funded. So I got the 550K instant funded accounts, meaning I did not have to take a challenge. We can take a quick look at gold. Let's start off on the daily. And did we hit 40 likes yet, chat, for the giveaway? Okay, we hit 42. So I'll do a quick gold analysis and then we'll get a giveaway going. Also, I'm going to start a poll real quick. As always, let's start our bullish bearish poll. I want to get a vibe. Chat has been right like 3 days in a row. So we have a good group of traders here. Chat was bullish yesterday. Market was bullish. All right, just started that poll. So drop your votes. I'm kind of interested. Want to, get a temperature check, how people are feeling about the market on NQ and ES. But okay, we'll do a quick gold analysis and then we'll do our first giveaway. We'll collect names. By the way, guys, if you're new to the stream or if you're watching on like Instagram or something, come on over to the YouTube stream. That's where you can engage in the chat. And also, I put a pinned comment at the top of the chat here on YouTube. Says to enter our 12 account giveaways, because we give away 12 accounts a day usually, join the Prop Firm Match Discord channel. So there's a link right there. It's the invite link. Click that, get joined into our Discord. And yeah, that is where we run our giveaways. Okay, so I'll go over that in a moment. But yeah, get joined, get verified, and you'll be good to go there. I'll show you guys how to enter as soon as I announce how to enter the giveaway. But let's do this quick gold analysis for Alex real quick, they asked. So Not much has changed since I think I did a little bit of gold analysis yesterday. Obviously, the market was like insanely bullish. A huge run up here into new all-time highs. And then we finally pulled back on gold. And we pulled into this daily fair value gap, right? This daily imbalance. This is a pretty good example of stair step up, elevator down, right? And now stair step back up. So this level ultimately held as support. And something that I'm noticing about gold is that when it's time to retrace and then it pulls into a key level, it tends to consolidate inside that key level for a couple of days when we're talking higher time frame. Like a good example here, we tap into this daily imbalance, right? We sweep some liquidity, but we don't get an immediate strong bounce like back up to all-time highs. Instead, if we go to a 4-hour, the market kind of chops around and creates a range to eventually, then we finally break out of that range. We broke out of that range. What did we do? We came up, took out these equal highs, tapped into this 4-hour imbalance. It held as resistance. And what did we do? We retraced. Where did we retrace to? This is where you can see this as a 4-hour imbalance fill. And it ultimately held as support. And what did it do again? Almost identical to what it did here inside this daily gap. We come back up, retrace, we consolidate, put in a range, and then we finally break out of that range right here and run up, right? Taking out this high. So with where we're at now, I think before we just ultimately rip up to a new all-time high, if that's what the market wants to do, I think we may pull back again first and consolidate somewhere. Okay, so if I stick to the daily for a moment, I think honestly, from what I see, I would like to see the market fill this like volume imbalance in here, and maybe then go back up to all-time highs. So just higher time frame context, I would like something like that. I'd be looking for that. But you guys know I'm not shy about this. I don't like trading gold. It's not my instrument. I don't like the way it moves. So I try to just stick to the higher time frames. I would like to see a pull into that volume imbalance, something like that, just because I see this happen. Gold rips up, pulls back, taps into some type of imbalance, and then we go higher. And then you'll see, but you know, a new all-time high is going to be a big deal. So I think it's going to take some time to get back up to there. But all right, let's do this. Hey, Doug's in the chat. Good morning, bro. Good to see you here. All right, let's run this giveaway. We'll do a quick giveaway. And then we'll get back to trading at 9. We have Alex coming on. TMadeAlex, who I said is a good friend of Jacob Trades, who was our guest yesterday. So it's going to be a good interview, good stream, I think. They seem to have a good crew going on there. Profitable traders. You know, I keep saying this. I don't just try to have on anyone that I think, oh, this guy has X amount of followers, so it'll be good for the stream. It's like, it's not who I want to talk to. I want to talk to people that are taking verified payouts, that are actually doing the damn thing. You know, there's a big disconnect. There's a lot of people with a ton of followers that they can't show you a payout for the life of them. And there's a lot of people who have less followers and they're cooking on those payouts. So I do my due diligence to try and get proper guests. But all right, let's get this giveaway going. So this is what you guys are going to do. You're going to come here to our Discord channel. Once you're verified and you joined, you're going to go here to stream chat and you're going to type a code word. I'm going to make you the code word right now. I'm going to say type TMade to enter the giveaway, because TMadeAlex is our guest coming on at 9:30. So go ahead, get your entries in, type TMade into the stream chat Discord channel. I'm going to give you guys like 3 to 5 minutes to get your entries in. So I see they're coming in. Beautiful. And what we're going to do, we're going to take a really quick break. I'll be back in about, 3 minutes or so. We'll let you guys get your giveaway entries in, so don't go anywhere, because I will announce the winner to the giveaway. We'll give away 3 accounts, so there will be 3 winners. And we'll set up the winners as soon as we get back. We got to get that Nespresso. Yes, sir, Freedom Edge. You know what's up. All right, so we'll be back in a few seconds. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right. We back. What's good, chat? NQ is reacting so bad right now. Yeah, dude, it's stuck in like a disgusting range. Freedom Edge told me to get that Nespresso. I did it. All right, chat. We want to run a giveaway? Should I get these entries? How'd you do on your entries inside of Discord? Cheers, brother. All right, let me pull up these all these entries here on Discord. All right, I got them. Let me get my list made. We might as well run some giveaways since the market literally I'm sure it'll move. I'm sure it'll pick up as soon as the open happens. Oh, my cat wants to leave the office. Hold up. Here you go, buddy. All right. Get this list going. All right, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, I see Abby at the top. What up, Abby? All right, chat. I got him. Let's go. All right, we ready? Also, what's up with this poll? Bullish or bearish? What do you guys think? Still, everyone's just bullish, man. We got perma bulls in the chat. I swear to God. 73% bullish, 27% bearish. It is what it is. I can't even fade you guys anymore. You guys are always right. How do you get your name in there? So this is how you get your name in there. You missed this one, but you'll have plenty of opportunities on the next few giveaways, my friends. So you have to join the Prop Firm Match Discord channel. There is a link in a pinned comment at the top of the chat. Click that link, get verified. You'll be able to enter into our giveaways if you join the Prop Firm Match Discord. You go over here. I'll show you on Discord. See all these people that entered? I got all their names copied. They entered here under Stream Chat. I gave them a code word to type. Also, for anyone that's still typing it, you're a bit late. Sorry, I already got the list made, so just FYI. Sakuna, how do you know this? Maybe you were late. I don't know. I don't know why it's ignoring your name, Sakuna. There you go. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Etiquette? Etiquette. Let's see if I can find you. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. So maybe the first one to type is not counted. I don't know. These giveaways are the bane of my existence. I'm looking through this chat. Sakuna, maybe you don't want to be first. I don't know how to make that. Like, I think because you're always first and AI ignored your name. So maybe they just ignore your name. when you're first. I don't know what to tell you. Also, I'm not listening to everyone because people are still typing into the chat. Like, if you're one of the first people that entered and you tell me your name's not on here, I'll add your name. But there's people still typing into this chat trying to get the code, and they're going to tell me as well my name's not in there. So can't give it to everyone like that. Like, there's still people typing into the chat when the giveaway is already complete. Yeah, keep typing, guys. Exactly. Okay, let me find etiquettes on Discord. Hold up. And Kit. Okay, I got you, and Kit. I found you. I'll give away 2 more accounts right now, chat. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Josh is 100% right. You can't satisfy everyone. Good morning, bro. Good morning. Good morning. Keon, let's go, Keon. What's good? Big shout out. Let me go ahead and find you on Discord. Also, guys, a little bit about the giveaways. So shout out to our sponsors. We have 3 firms that we give accounts away with every single day. Top One Futures, Blue Guardian, and Aqua Futures, right? Those are the firms. And what we do is I'm not going to clarify which one of those firms you guys win here. The Prop Firm Match support team is going to do that. Okay, so let me show you guys how to claim your account if anyone's new. I'll show you right now. So you're going to go over to X. You're going to go to PFM support on X. I'll link this in the chat for you. Bam. So click on that link. Follow and DM PFM support. So go here, send a message. Just show them proof of your Discord handle, and you'll be good to go. Josh is asking, Zach, did you buy Tradeify new select accounts? No. So I do want to look into that because Tradeify is a prop firm match listed firm. If you guys don't know, they released a new plan with daily payouts. Should we look into it on stream before the open? I'm kind of interested in them. Let me know what's your opinion on them, Josh. Do you like them? All right, let's do one more giveaway. Hey, Rocha, I haven't seen you in a couple days. I'm good, brother. I'm good. Happy to have you here. All right, let's do this. Last one for now. I still have like 9 accounts to give away today. So if you guys are new to the stream, we give away accounts all throughout the stream. Like literally every 30 minutes or so, we're giving away some accounts. So stay tuned. If you missed your opportunity to enter here, you'll have another opportunity to enter on the next one, which will be very soon. But okay, let's do this. This is the last one for now. Amolsena. I probably butchered all these names, bro. Let me find you on Discord. Got you. All right. Beautiful. Congratulations to all the winners. Like I said, don't feel bad if you missed this one. We're going to run another giveaway very soon. We'll get a new list. So just make sure to be in the Prop Firm Match Discord channel. And yeah, you'll be good to go there. And listen, in the meantime, if you can't wait or you don't win a giveaway today, take advantage of the deals on propfirmmatch.com. There's a ton of good deals right now. Still, this is the best one in my opinion. 57.5% off with Top One Futures. Shout out to them. That's why I purchased 5 of them. I purchased 5 instant funded 50K accounts because it's just a fire deal. 20% off of my funded futures. Apex, they're only doing 50 right now. I would hold off until they do another 80% promo, which will probably be tomorrow. I'm guessing this 40% off is for the new plan. So let's see if it's been updated here in Tradeify. Trainee, so there's 2 options with Top 1 Futures. They have their challenge model, which is the elite accounts. That's where you pass the challenge. And then if you pass, you pay an activation fee. Or if you do instant funding, no activation fee. You're just paying up front once for your instant funded account. That's how it works. So Josh, you're going to pick up some 50Ks of this new plan. Profit target is only 2,500. I got to listen to the CEO talk about it yesterday. Look into it. Tell me what you think during the stream. Yeah, I'm interested. What's the name of the plan? Is it on here yet? Yeah. Okay. So here they are. Shout out Prop Firm Match, man. They will have this stuff updated within moments of it being announced. So let's see. So let's take a look at the 50K one. So not fixed payout, or we'll just look at this one. 150K account. $6,000 of drawdown. I like that. Oh, wait, no, this is instant funded. I'm guessing the 40% off is for the new plans. Daily eligibility after meeting buffer. Okay, here they are. Okay, we'll take a look at this one. I'm sure they have this in a 50K as well. Okay, so with this one, your max drawdown is going to be $4,500, $9,000 profit target to pass. But you can get a payout the day you're funded, I believe, is the idea. You can trade news. You can copy trade. So once you meet your buffer, okay, that's important. So you have to make your 4,500, or in a 50K would be 2,000. You have to make that. But once you're above that buffer, you can just take payouts daily. So you could do it once, and then the next day take another payout, which is pretty insane. The only other firm that has this is Take Profit Trader. So it looks like Tradeify is doing their own version of the Take Profit Trader model. Fire. Do we know what type of drawdown is this? And it's end of day. Okay, that's fire. It's end of day drawdown with daily payouts is pretty insane. I was going to assume that it was going to be intraday. No, that sounds like an interesting deal, man. I'm not going to lie, Josh. I've just gotten so lazy, bro. I just keep buying instant funded accounts because I'm so tired of taking challenges. And the thing is, I can get to payout usually on the first shot. Oh, bro, what just happened? Okay, cool. Market's ripping. Sam the Trader, I believe it's just like all the others. It's just a monthly fee until you pass. Once you pass the account, you pay an activation fee. That's it. You're done. Is there an activation fee on these accounts, though? I didn't even check that. Where'd it go? Where's the select plan? Daily eligibility. Oh, there's no activation fee, bro? Okay, that's kind of sick. There's no activation fee either, so it's monthly until you pass. Once you pass, you're done. No activation fee. The account is yours. Maybe I should talk to Tradeify, try and see if we can get some of these to give away. I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and do that for us, guys. See if they can hook us up with some of these accounts, give away like maybe one or two of these for the week, maybe next week. That would be awesome. No daily drawdown. That'd be fire. Yeah, I'm gonna try, guys. They've hooked me up before. I've hung out with them. I went on Tradeify TV once before Prop Firm Match TV. I went on there once. I've talked with some of the guys over there. They're good people. I love them over there. I love Tradeify. Great people. Really just solid team behind that firm, man. You can't say anything bad. Yes, coins. That's how the end of day drawdown works. So once you make your buffer, so if a 50K account, if you have a $2,000 drawdown, once your account balance gets to 52,000, your drawdown locks in at the initial balance and it's static. So if you get your account balance to 53,000, your drawdown is no longer trailing up. You now have a $3,000 buffer. If you get it to 54,000, you now have a $4,000 buffer, and so on and so on. Call Nick or streamer, dude. I wish. Me and Amas are like, we're good acquaintances. I won't say we're like homies, but we chat on X. Me and him, we DM each other, we talk. We have very similar outlooks on trading and prop firms. We have a very good mutual respect for each other. Amas is the man. So I would love to get him on, but I think we've talked about it. They have like contracts, where they can't be doing a bunch of other people's streams, which is totally fair. I would love to have Amas on. Trust me, he's the homie. We'll do another giveaway very soon. For Tradeify Select plans, would you opt for daily payouts or 5 days? Honestly, man, that's a good question. I don't think I need the daily payouts. I think I would do every 5 days. If it's like cheaper or something too, every 5 days is fine with me. I don't need to do daily. I'm more of a base hit guy anyway, so I can wait 5 days. But yeah, in a few minutes, we're going to have Alex on. Okay, you know what, guys? Let's do one more giveaway before we get Alex on, because once we have our guest, I don't want to run giveaways while we're talking to our guest. So let's get one more going. How many likes do we have on stream? We got like 78 people watching. Can we smash that like button to at least 70 likes real quick? I'm going to make sure Alex has the link to join our stream. Okay, I'm just sending him these stream links. All right, one more giveaway, chat. Chat, are we going to lock in another $12,000 payout on stream by tomorrow? You think we're going to do it? If we do it, that'll put me at 32K in payouts in like 40 days. Now, it's not set in stone. Now, who knows if we lock it? Maybe I freaking blow the account tomorrow. Who knows? I don't think that's going to happen. But if we make another $550 on these accounts, I'll lock in 12.5K payout. That'll be 32.5 thousand in like 40 days. We've been cooking, man. We really have been cooking. I'm a blue collar trader, guys. I don't make $100,000 a month. I don't have a course that makes me $100,000 a month. I do some streaming. I do some trading. But we're getting there, man. We're going to get there. And then after this top one futures account, as soon as we get the payout, we're going to be putting a lot of our focus here into Apex. It's time, bro. It's time for Apex. $12 accounts. I got to get 8 more to get max funded, but we're doing it. That's the next focus. But I do want to get this top one futures payout first, because this will happen a lot sooner. $63 likes. Okay, fair enough. Can we get to 70 and I'll run the giveaway real quick, chat? How many accounts am I copy trading? It depends on the firm. With top one futures, the one we're going to get the 12K payout from, I'm copy trading 5 accounts. 5 accounts at once. So if I make $200, I made $1,000, you know, times 5. $1 million payout soon, bro. One day, like, okay. Shout out Desi. Desi's someone I haven't talked with him much personally, but I've always followed his journey. I know that Desi just took out a $1 million payout from Apex. So it's just so inspiring, man. I see, because me and him trade similarly too. I've learned from him. He just did it finally. He did the $1 million payout with Apex, cleared out all his 20 accounts. Just so inspiring, man. That's what made me be like, okay, I got to do this. This is the next step for my career in trading. Like Apex, max payout. That's what I want to get to in 2026. That's the goal. Pro Aki, I'm probably going to get called to live with top one futures, I think. Yeah, stop spamming ducks. Chill out, bruh. We'll do a duck race. All right, let's do a giveaway real quick, because we do have Alex is going to come on at 9:30. Let's do it. I'm yapping too much. Okay, guys. To enter the giveaway, you got to join the Prop for a Match Discord channel. As you know, there is an invite link pinned to the top of the chat. Click that, get verified, come into here. Go to PFM TV, go to the stream chat. See all these people entering this? You're cooked. There's a slow mode on here. Now you can't enter. You're cooked. Don't end. You're cooked. You're cooked. You're cooked. This is why the AI messes stuff up. Okay. Type cooked in the chat to enter the giveaway. All right, go. Type cooked in the chat to enter the giveaway. All entries under my name will be counted. Okay, Sakuna, you're always first. I got to just start manually putting you in, because I think that is a thing. I think the AI is missing you because you're first. I'll make sure you're in there. All right, guys. All right, we're going to take a quick break while you go ahead and get your entries in. I will be right back. When we come back, we will announce the winners to the giveaway, and then we'll bring Alex up on stream, and we'll see what Alex is all about. Excited to talk with him. Like I said, he's a friend of Jacob's. Jacob trades. I like Jacob's style, and he spoke very highly of Alex as well. So it'll be a good chat, I'm sure. I will be back in a couple minutes. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll announce the winners of the giveaway as soon as I'm back. Yo, yo. All right, we're back. We're back. How we doing? Hey, Stokes in the chat. Good morning, bro. Recovered his loss in 3 trades. That's what's up, dude. Nice. All right, guys. Do we got these giveaway entries done? I'm going to get these in right now. We'll get this giveaway done before Alex comes on. Man, the stream is growing because we just have a lot more entries these days, you know? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, got my list. Let me get it populated. Shout out the regulars from the start. Absolutely, bro. Shout out the regulars who were here when we had like 20 viewers concurrent. We're still a smaller stream, but it's growing, man. We're definitely growing. We're out here. All right. Let's do this. And I think that's only because like I'm out here taking payouts live in front of everyone. Where it's like a lot of your favorite streamers ain't even doing that, bro. All right. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. Let me just do one last thing. All right, let's do this. I got my list. We ready, chat? That's why we love you, Zach. Zach the GOAT. I love the kind words, man. Thank you, guys. We here for the vibes. Yeah, Montana's been here since day one. A lot of you have been here since day one. Good morning, Kenny. Good morning. Good to have you here, brother. Yes, Sakuna, you're in here. You're in here. Ah. Right there. You should stop being first, though, because I did manually put your name in because it did forget you. How is baby Zach going? Oh, man. Well, baby's still cooking, bro. Baby's still cooking in the belly. But, I mean, it could be any day technically now. Like, technically, the baby's full term. But the due date is December 20th, potentially. The perceived potential due date is December 20th. And what else? Dude, people already tell me they're not on the list. It makes me fume. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, due date is December 20th. They say that the first baby tends to take a little bit longer. Like sometimes they don't come out like right away. So maybe it'll be a couple days after December 20th, which I'm kind of hoping. Because I'm gonna have to take probably 2 weeks off when the baby comes. Technically, I should probably take more, but I love to work. So I know realistically I'll probably take 2 weeks off. Also, as a trader, you got to make your money, so I don't really want to take off 4 weeks, but we'll see. I like to work, so I'm kind of hoping it happens like December 23rd, like right before Christmas and then New Year's, because it's going to be a slow trading week then anyway. There's going to be a lot of people taking off, so it's kind of working out around the holidays, which is good. I don't know who's going to run the streams. We got to talk about that. I'm not sure. I think they have some people who might be able to run it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks without Zach streaming, man, it will be tough. I know. But yeah, I gotta take 2 weeks at least. I gotta be there to help out. Luckily, we both work from home. I mean, my partner's gonna be on maternity leave for 3 months. So, and I work, really, I don't have to work more than 4 hours a day streaming here, because the cool thing about the stream is that it's also where I make my money trading. So I could just do those 4 hours. And that's probably what I'm going to do. It's probably going to be like, no, I'm not going to make any YouTube videos for the next couple months. I'm probably going to just run the stream for 4 hours, do my live trading there. And that's it. No PM session, no Asia. Everything else is going to be focusing on baby, for now. W Zach not being a deadbeat. I'm trying, bro. Josh, you'll run it for 2 weeks? Dude, let's go. I'll have you on, bro. We can talk. You can come on for an hour. Yeah, absolutely. It'll be great. I'll come back in 2 weeks and we'll freaking run up some Apex accounts. Oh, we'll be super, we're going to be like, I'm going to be ready to go, bro. Pookie Zach. You guys are cracking me up. All right, let's do this giveaway on 3. 1, 2. Alex is probably going to be in here any minute, so I want to get this done. We'll give away 2 accounts. Hakir Ahmed. Shout out, bro. Let me find you on Discord right quick. Got you. This experience is once in a lifetime, man. Take your time. Markets are always there. 100%, dude. Sometimes I need to be reminded that because I love what I do so much, I know. We got to get to the market open. All right, let's just do this last giveaway quick. Market's open. Damn it, it's selling off. I feel like I wanted to short it. All right, let's get this giveaway done. Kyle. Oh my God, I wish I shorted that. Okay, let's get Kyle's name listed on here. Don't worry, guys. If you missed this one, you'll have another opportunity. We'll get another list. I'll make sure everyone's on it. We'll do it again. We'll do another giveaway very soon. So just stay tuned. This is what we do at PFM TV. We run giveaways all throughout the stream. Also, healthy reminder, last thing I'll say, to claim your account, go to PFM support on X. I'll drop the link in the chat for you guys right here. Send them over a DM, show them proof of your Discord handle, and you'll be good to go. But all right, Alex will probably be coming on shortly, and we'll take a look at the markets. Let's do it. New sale dropped on Apex. What is it, 80%? The prop for a match update it yet? It's probably like brand new, so they might not have had time to update it yet. Okay, let us know. Guys, okay, so we swept out that swing high. I really think we're gonna rip lower. We just swept out this swing high. I think we're gonna drop today. Damn, I kind of want to get involved. Shit, I think we're gonna miss it. I want to see us take out these lows. I feel like I could have maybe 600s. I think I'm gonna miss it though. It's gonna run without me. It's totally gonna run without me. Damn, bro. Gosh darn giveaways, messing up my trading. Jesus. Ooh, that's an interesting one. So it's 60% off evals and $6 activation fee? That's interesting. You guys caught the show. I'm so, oh my God, dude. I can't look at this chat. I wanted to short this market so bad. That would have been the easiest short. I'd have been done for the day. Can't look. Jeez. I think I gotta get a stream deck, bro, so I can have sound effects like pew, pew, pew. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. This thing is just going, man. Oh my God. We missed the most fire short. I think we're going down to these equal lows today. So here's the thing. There's still room to the downside. I think we're going to these relative equal lows today. I think that's what I'm calling as the drawn liquidity. I could be wrong. Maybe we just rip back up, but I think we're going to go to those equal lows. So let's see. Maybe we can tap back into this little 1 minute gap here and catch an entry. It's just, it's not as fun here because like this was the best little pullback, capturing the 9:30 a.m. volatility because it's before we took out all these lows here. Now we've technically swept out some liquidity, so it's less like we swept out all of this low resistance liquidity. So I still think we are going to come down to these lows though, but it's just a matter of how. Did we just tap into that 1 minute gap? No, we just missed it. Part of me wants to look for this short. We also have previous day's point of control at 651. I'm going to mark that. That's previous day's POC. This could be our line in the sand, guys. What a ripper. What do you guys think? You think it's just going to rip back up? I don't think it's gonna. I think we're going to come down. I think these equal lows are the move, man. Shit. I feel like, watch, we're going to miss the entry. I missed the entry. Where's Alex? I'm not sure. He might be a little late. He said he's coming on, so I'm sure he'll be here. I sent him the link. I think we just missed our trade. Yeah, it ain't over till it's over. Still have a ton of low resistance liquidity down here. All these wicks. I think I'm going to miss it, though. Just give it some time because the market can kind of consolidate for a little bit first. Do we have any other news coming today? No. Okay, that's good. I think I missed this. High volatility, wait for consolidation. Yeah. Well, that's a give and take. Sometimes you don't want to wait for consolidation. Sometimes you want to capture that momentum when the market's moving. As soon as you wait for consolidation, then before you know it, you're stuck in chop. So I don't know if I fully agree with that. Listen, I'm just going to try to get filled on this 2 micro sell and just use the previous day's point of control as a general line in the sand. See if we can just take out that wick at a minimum. See if we can just get a 25-point scalper. You guys think it's going to pull up to this 5-minute gap up here? I'm just going to use the previous day's point of control as a line in the sand. Where's the 5-minute gap? This whole thing is a 5-minute gap. Okay. Oh, I see we got Alex in the chat. Let's get him up here. Yo,
what's up, bro?
What is up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I seen the trade already. Look at you.
Yeah, we're seeing if we can get a little scalp here. Real quick, bro, could you also get into the vertical stream as well? Kind of
I got you. No worries. I got you. Let me hop in.
See if we can catch this. Alex do a one and done today. Good morning. Yeah, good to see Alex in here, but he just left. I don't know what's. He might have thought I meant go into the other stream. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see if he comes back in a sec. Let's see if we can hit TP here, guys. Come on. Don't edge me. Just hit the freaking target. Not gonna lie, this trade is kind of nerve-wracking. Alex, I think we're having this issue. Oh, there we go. We hit TP. Nice. Okay, hold up. Yo, you know what, Alex? We might be having this issue. Some people have it where they can't be in both studios for some reason. Are you able to also be in the other studio at the same time? Oh, and you're muted here on the vertical. Okay. I think we got to stay focused on the mainstream. The vertical is not working. I've seen this with like 1 or 2 other people. I don't want to waste too much time on it. Yeah. Yeah, this happens with a couple people. Hey, guys, we hit TP, by the way. Just so we can say. We hit our little scalpy scalp. Base hits, baby. That's what it's all about, man. Hitting those base hits. Let's see. Okay, let me just tell Alex what's going on. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the hold up here. All right, Alex is coming back. He's coming back. Yo, we just hit the base hits, baby. Look at that. So we're up 381 times 5 accounts on these top order futures accounts. Just quick base hits, man. So we need to make another 450 now for the payout. What do you guys think? Do you think we're going to come make a new low a day? I think we are. I think we might be going down down to these lows that I have marked out at 25,500. Where was my stop? So I always place a hard stop that is way above what my perceived risk is going to be. So my stop was all the way up here. That's just how I do it. I trade 1-to-1, sometimes negative R, depending on the setup. I would not actually let my trade go all the way up to the high a day. So if you guys see, we were entered somewhere around here, right? My stop, my hard stop was all the way up here. That's just it's just a hard stop I have in place in case of like crazy news. Realistically, I would not have let it go above here. So I caught a 1-to-1, give or take a few points. Okay, there we go. We got Alex back. Yeah, sorry about all that, man. Real quick, though, because it might have been an issue on my end. If you could join the vertical stream as well one more time.
Yeah, let's do it, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's see. No, it's all good. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, this happened with one other person. We couldn't get it fixed, but I think I might have just figured out how to fix it. So I'm just going to give it one shot. You take any trades today yet, by the way? You're muted. I think you're muted now. All right, it ain't gonna work. It's weird because you're not even in the vertical studio yet.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I think it's because I'm on Mac. I think Mac's not letting me for some reason, or maybe it's the Safari browser. I might have to try like Google Chrome or something.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, it's all good. We'll just focus on the mainstream.
Okay, cool.
It's no big deal. How you doing, though, bro? How are you doing? It's good to have you, man. Like, welcome. You know what's funny?
Thank you, brother.
So I had Jacob on yesterday. He was a good friend of yours, I learned.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that you guys were connected or anything. So it's just kind of funny. Yeah. It's like a themed couple days here. Yeah, I'm grateful for you coming on. Maybe you could give me a little overview. Like, how long you've been trading, man? I feel like I've been seeing you pop up recently on X. So, yeah, like, what's your story? Where you from? How long you've been trading? All that good stuff.
Yeah, man. So, I've been living in New York for about 10 years. I know you're in New York. You're in Brooklyn, right?
Oh, you're in New York.
Yeah, man. I'm in New York. I was in Brooklyn. I was over by Park Slope for like 10 years. I just moved about 6 months ago upstate, about an hour away. I'm not too far, but definitely enjoying the house, man. Having a yard, my dog's running around. I have a Toyota Tundra, like a brand new one, a pretty big truck. Nice. So the city wasn't really doing it for me, bro, if I'm going to be honest with you.
It's not for everyone, man. Where are you from originally? Are you from New York?
I'm from Miami, man. I'm born and raised in Miami. My family's from out there. I came out here for work, man. So outside of trading, I'm a fashion photographer. So obviously New York is going to be the best place to do it, you know?
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I came out here about 10 years ago and I've had a really successful photography career. And in about 2020, when the pandemic hit and we couldn't really do photo shoots anymore, I kind of drifted into trading. I think everybody did. And around that time, man, I discovered Top Step and a couple other firms that aren't around anymore. And I actually passed my first Top Step challenge back in 2020, which we all know if you were trading back then, that it was hard as hell to pass a challenge back then.
Dude, they used to be a 2-step challenge, right? Yeah. With like trailing drawdown and everything.
Yeah, I don't remember how many days it takes, but it was like a certain amount of days and all this kind of stuff. So I passed one of those, ended up blowing that because, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing. and kind of gave up on futures and went to options, and have just kind of played around with options, mostly on my phone, little investing here and there throughout the last few years. And about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I really got back into futures. I've had a lot more free time now that like with my photography career, basically, I have an agent. So a lot of the work that I get is filtered. So I only do like maybe 1 or 2 shoots a month, basically. So I have a lot of time. Nice. And just kind of been grinding it out, man. I've always wanted to kind of be a face and have a stream and do a YouTube channel, and have a Discord and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what I've been grinding towards doing. Started getting payouts earlier, like towards the end of last year and earlier this year, but I was trading only ICT, and I was doing about like 2,000 to 4,000 a month in payouts. So okay. I was happy about it, right? I wasn't upset about it.
Especially when you have a job still, you have like another income coming in.
Exactly. Yeah. So I wasn't super stressed about it, and it was like extra cash, right? And I'll be super honest, like I was investing probably like $1,000 or $1,200 a month in challenges, and then I was making like two to $4 grand. Like the best month I had was like a $4,000 a month. And at that time, man, I just started seeing, I've been following Jacob's journey for a while. He just kind of kept popping up on X for me. And I was just kind of like, oh, I really like this kid. I really connect with this kid. And I started noticing we both trade 10 a.m. We're both trading the exact same thing, but he's just having way more success than I am with it. You know, like what is he doing that I'm not doing? And I'm one of those people that I'm kind of a go-getter. I'm kind of somebody who'll reach out to people, and I like to connect with people. Like I just love other humans. And we just kind of connected, man. We hit it off really nice. And he kind of showed me, you know, I learned the strategy and was able to take kind of what he was doing and adapt it to my 10 a.m. like PO3, basically my 4-hour PO3 that I'm kind of I've been trading for a long time, and I was already making some payouts. But the success happened really fast, man. I went from September being a $3,000 or $4,000 a month to the last 35 days since I got my last payout. The last 35 days from then, I've done about $35,000 in payouts.
Solid.
Yeah, so it's been like an incredible like 360, man.
Dude, that's amazing, bro. So okay, so you trade a little bit of ICT. I'm guessing that's like foundationally you use ICT.
Yeah.
What is it about Jacob's strategy that you incorporated that you think like really moved the needle for you? Like, is there something specific?
Yeah, 100%. So, you know, obviously just for transparency, Jacob and I have a mentorship together that we basically sell mentorships to people who want to like learn what we're doing. I think he mentioned it yesterday. I'm kind of on the ICT side. So a lot of ICT traders that have been following me for a while or were in my Discord. And just something else to kind of mention is my Discord was at like 250 members. I think it was like less than a month ago. We're over 1,000 now. So the growth is like really happening, because I think the documentation of like what I'm doing and what Jacob is doing, I think people are really starting to resonate. Like, oh, these guys they figured something out, you know?
Absolutely.
But what I would say is the main thing that I learned from him and that I was able to kind of adapt is why I was getting faked out on that 10 a.m. PO3. So I avoid a lot more paper cuts. I trade a lot less. Our strategy, I would say by 11, we're pretty much done. So where ICT, the reason why I think ICT goes wrong, and this is my own opinion, right? I think people have made a lot of money with ICT, and I have nothing against him. He actually hearted one of my posts recently, so I was fanboying about it, man. I was like, yo, maybe he knows who I am. But no, one of the things I'll say is, you know, ICT is incredible, but I think where people go wrong is you can find an entry all the time if you look for it, right? You can find an entry during PM, you can find an entry during Asia, you can find an entry before market open, you can find something at market open, you can combine it with so many other things. So I think people go wrong where you're constantly looking for a trade, or something looks good or it matches your A+ setup. And you know what I learned with Jacob is you don't need any of that. You can just trade a certain time frame and just walk away, you know. He also is very big on 1 or 2 trades max. Like he's not going to take multiple trades. So like if you're trading at the 10 a.m. PO3, let's say, you might take 3 paper cuts trying to catch a reversal, and then you might get a huge trade that kind of, you know, takes all those paper cuts away, and you walk away with your big money.
Yes.
Or you might never get the reversal, get those paper cuts, and then you come back for fucking 2 p.m., let's say, and now you end up with a couple more paper cuts because you're getting the reversal either, you know? So yeah, I think that's really the main thing is like, imagine having a strategy that tells you when it works and tells you when it doesn't. And so you can't really tilt. You can't really overtrade. I mean, you know, for me, it was the biggest game changer, I think, you know what I mean? Was just exactly that. And also the fact that he's 23, man. I'm 39. I just turned 39 in November 22nd. So I'm just so impressed by this kid who's so much younger than I am. And the way that he thinks is incredible. I mean, I'll never forget, but this kid would like, I call him a kid because he really is, but he's not, because he'll talk to me and he'll tell me like, Alex, you have to think bigger. You have to think bigger, Alex. It's like insane that this young kid is telling me that I have to think bigger. I've done a lot of incredible things in my life. I've traveled around the world. I've done all of these things, you know, and like, here's this kid who's like, that's 35K is not enough. He tells me you could be doing 50 to 100K a week. Like, he really believes that, you know? And so because of him, I've just, the confidence has grown. I wouldn't say I size in more, but I've scaled incredibly. Like, I have a ridiculous amount of accounts. And yeah, man, I'm just very grateful for the opportunity to be trading with him, to be teaching with him, and to just experience the kind of growth that I have, you know?
Dude, yeah, man. So much you said that I'd love to touch on. First off, I was thinking about the same thing with Jacob, and I said this to him. You know, it's funny. You're finally someone that's a little older than me in chat. Chat always calls me Unc because I'm 31. I have a baby on the way. Everyone
Dude, congratulations, bro. Congratulations on that, man. That's a beautiful thing.
Man. Thank you. But yeah, so yeah, also guys that are a little bit older. I feel like these young kids, there's a lot of them that have killed it. Jacob is one of them. You also have some of the other ICT guys like Lanto, Desi, Brian Stonk.
Yeah.
He's like 22 years old, having six-figure months in prop firm payouts. And I think something like I started trading 5 years ago, so I was about 26. But these kids that started at like 19, you know, they have such a strong risk appetite, you know, because they're young. They don't care, man. They don't got nothing to lose. Like, yeah, I'll drop my last $1,000 on these prop firm challenges. I live at home, or I have, you know, just a couple of bills. Like, who cares? And,
yeah, there's no baby on the way, that's for sure, right? Well, I mean, maybe some of them have a baby on the way, but you know,
maybe, but exactly, like they can go for it, man. And yeah, I love seeing it. So Jacob's one of them. I was thinking the exact same thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I wish I got into trading at 20, bro. I was it's funny you're into photography. I'm like, I was a skater. I traveled the country skating, filming skate videos. I didn't give a crap. I was not like the money guy. I was not into entrepreneurship. There's all these people who like, they're like, you know, they talk about how they sold lemonade at 8 years old. It wasn't me, bro. I didn't care about money. But what I love about trading is that I love technical analysis. I almost attribute it similar to like skating, finding a skate spot, finding a setup, all of these things. I just really love technical analysis. I trade ICT, but with a mix of volume profile. And what you talked about with the paper cuts with ICT, I think a lot of ICT traders fall into that trap where they're looking for like 10R trades constantly. And here's the thing, that can work, right? You can be someone that looks for 6, 8, 9R, really tight stops. You're going to take those paper cuts. You could have a small win rate and you could be profitable like that. But those paper cuts can really add up, especially if you're not taking, like if you're just trying to find an entry at all hours of the day. So what I did, man. Yeah, like I had my first truly profitable year last year. I made about 54,000 in payouts, and I was trading a high risk reward system. I had like a 25% win rate, average R multiple of 4.
Well, congratulations on that, bro. That's a beautiful thing.
Thank you, man. Yeah, but this year I was able to make 6 figures in payouts, and the one thing I changed, I did not change my concepts at all. I've been trading ICT with volume profile for 3 years now.
Can I guess what it is?
Go for it. You know what I'm going to say.
You changed your RR.
Changed my RR. That is it, dude. 1-to-1s, sometimes negative. Sometimes I'll still take a 2R. Like if it's there, I'm down to try to exploit, you know, a good read on the market and hold the trade. It's not like it's everything is black or white, but yeah, locking in base hits and just locking in profit, because these futures prop firms, especially, they really reward a more stable upside equity curve when you have trailing drawdown. You know, they don't reward like an equity curve that's all over the place with a ton of losses, huge win. And also you start doing the math, man. If you take 3 paper cuts to catch a 5R trade, all right, you catch your 5R, you're up 2R.
Yeah.
How about you go for the 2R? So,
but also you got to talk about, yeah, I think it's important to talk about like what that does to the mental, right? Like not many people could show up, take 3 losses in a row and still go for the 4th and then walk away with the winner, right? By the time you take 3 paper cuts, we say paper cuts, but those add up. That could be a massive loss if you're losing 15, 20 points on one mini, right? And then what happens, bro? It fucks up your mental, right? Now you're chasing your revenge trading in the afternoon, or you're, whatever it is. So I think with our strategy, it's not so much emotional. There's not really much of a mental, like it either works or it doesn't. And we're just very blessed that right now with I don't know if Jacob mentioned, but I built out an indicator with a team for our private mentorship students. And because of me doing that, I have an incredible amount of data based on our model and our strategy. And over 3 years, man, we're at 75% win rate with a 1.4, 1.5 profit factor over 3 years, which is an amazing thing to see. And having that data is so important because it's hard to do that with ICT because it kind of is discretionary, right? Like, I mean, obviously we're all looking for the same thing. You're looking for super liquidity. You're looking for some sort of IFVG or whatever it is that you're looking for. Maybe you're an order block trader or breaker trader or, whatever it is, right? Everybody has some sort of model that they trade, but it's not that you can't back test it, but I do think it's a little bit more discretionary, like your entries, your stop losses, like, some people are going to put their stop below the breaker or below the fair value gap. Some people are going to put it below the low they believe is the protected low, right? Yeah. So it is very different, and with what we're doing, it could be very mechanical. But where I come in as an ICT trader is that it's a bit more discretionary because I can come in and look for like a 30-second order block entry or 1 minute. I know Jacob will throw up listening to this because he doesn't really get off the 5-minute chart. But, just because of my background, like, I think that, being able to use core, like, I don't even call them core concepts anymore. I call them points of interest. Like my order block is called an interest block, because there's so many order blocks on the chart. So I'm only looking for one, and that's where my interest is, in that one order block. You know what I mean? So I kind of have shifted my mindset a little bit to kind of create something that makes more sense for what I'm doing with our model. But yeah, man, I will say that negative R is, I think, for many people, if they just listen to what we're saying, that could be the game changer for people to go from break even to actually profitable, or from making zero money to making money. I really believe that is the truth, right? I can't tell you how many times our trades are negative R, you know what I mean? And, but the win rate is so much higher that it feels better taking a negative R than taking a 3R trade that loses 3 times in a row,
Dude, yeah, exactly, man. And it keeps your confidence up because you're locking in gains, you're taking wins, which just keeps you confident, makes you feel like, you know what, I do have a good read on the market. I got that right. And you need to remain confident in trading. As soon as you start losing confidence in your abilities, like that's when you can really just start getting cooked in the markets. And you're not going to always be at 100% confidence. It's impossible. But
no,
being a profitable trader is about, being able to recognize when you're not in that flow state or in that confidence level, and like scaling down or taking the day off or not trading for the first hour until you feel like you get a better read. But if you're taking paper cut after paper cut, loss after loss after loss, that is psychologically demanding. Like you got to be really strong.
Yeah, man. I can't tell you how many times, bro, I tilted on just a situation like that, or you took the paper cuts and then you didn't get in the actual trade and it runs the 3 or 4R without you. And it's devastating, man. It is very devastating to wake up every single day, put everything that you have into trading, and something like that happen, So then of course you might tell yourself you're not tilting. I see the comments. You might tell yourself that you're not tilting, and I have some of our mentorship students, right? I had a guy who, his name is Perez. I'll just shout him out real quick. He's from Portugal. He was with me for a while, and his biggest struggle was the psychological side of it. He's a poker player, so he's just built to gamble. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll tell, like, I'll get to the charts at 10 a.m. and he'll be like, message me privately, like, hey man, I'm already down 1,500. And I'm like, but the model hasn't even printed. Like, what do you mean? It's shit like that, where you're just like, bro, we have a proven edge. Why are you doing stuff outside of that edge? You know what I mean? And so he lost a lot of money, man. And then finally one day I just told him, I said, listen, if you're going to do this, bro, you got to go look in the fucking mirror, because this is you. This is nobody else besides you, man. Like, I was already up like 25K in like 20 something days, and I was trading and he was following along with me. He could have been doing the same thing, but he was just doing other stupid shit, And he came to me and was like, you're right, man. You're right. This guy, bro, I'm so proud of him. He's up over 10K in payouts in the last 3 weeks, which is incredible to watch the transformation. That was a psychological, just a little tweak that he had, you know. So proven edge for sure, proven strategy, proven edge, but also that mindset, man. Too many people are chasing the shiny object and they're not looking at the base hits, man. They're not looking at how much money $300 to $400 a day can actually make you. You know, when I post my Top Step, calendar, or one of these, TradeZella calendars or whatever, people love to see all green, but if they really zoom in, it's a $300 or $400 day. I'm not catching $2,000 to $3,000 days, you know. Jacob is, and I'm heading there, hopefully, you know what I mean? But yeah, there you go, bro. That's exactly what I'm talking about. People underestimate that. That will change your life. It will literally change your life. You don't even need that many accounts. You know, I was thinking about it because I am trading now 30 accounts. But when
you're trading all 30?
Yeah, all 30 at the same time, which I used to be scared to do. But Jacob has pushed me to just grow and get out of my comfort zone. And the reality is, I will say this, man. When you're copy trading 30 accounts, right? I sometimes will think I'm in 30 minis if I'm in a mini, you know, like I'm like, fuck, like this is serious size. But I believe in the model. I have so much confidence in what we're doing because it's working, right? We have a ton of proof that it's working. So I'm okay with it. But, a lot of people, man, they're not okay with that. And that's fine. And the reason why I bring this up is because when the $35,000 that I've made in the last 35 days or 34 trading days, a lot of that came from 3 Top Step accounts. I did the math. I'm up about 22,000 in Top Step payouts from 3 accounts.
Yeah.
So another 10 came from Funded Next and what was the other one? My Funded Futures. So I just added Lucid. I just added Tradeify. I just added Funding Ticks. I'm about to start really scaling. And I just added Apex too. I have gotten payouts from Apex before. Apex was like a firm I would trade before I started this model. But I just added them back on because they had a sale. It's like, why not,
I did the same, bro. I got myself 12 with that 80% off $40 activation fee was a fire deal. I had to take advantage of that one.
I actually only got 8, man. I was trying to get more, but it was like midnight before the sale ended.
Yeah.
So it like ended after I got the 8 and I couldn't get any more. And I was like, that sucks. But man, I've got so many accounts, man, that like the only thing that can really hold me back right now is the trade copier fucking up or something, like that's where my fear lies. Not even in the trading or the model, to be honest.
Which is valid. Okay, so a couple of questions, and I would love to get your charts up, Alex. If you could maybe show the chat kind of how you view price action.
Yeah, am I able to do that here? Share.
Yes. So all you got to do is go down to the bottom of the screen. There's a button that says present
share screen,
or
right?
invite.
Yeah,
yep, there you go. So you just share your screen there. While you're doing that, though, I do have a couple of questions. So I agree with you. You don't need 20 accounts, 30 accounts to take some good payouts and even make a comfortable living. Although I do think that's the goal for everyone. At least that's the goal for me. I do want to get to that point, but I'm kind of around the same level that you're at, bro. So what I do, I call it risk sinking. I trade a few different firms at a time, and I will copy trade all of the accounts to each firm. So right now I have these 5 accounts with Top 1 futures. We're about $500 away from another 12. It would be a $12.5 thousand payout. And I have other accounts. I have 12 Apex accounts. So what I do is I don't copy trade all of these together. I go firm by firm. So for example, if I take a winning trade on one set of accounts, instead of continuing to try to make as much as I can on that set of accounts, I'll actually just move over to the other set of accounts. So in that case, if my next trade is a losing trade, I may technically be break even for the day, but it still feels better because I'm green on one set of accounts, red on the other. I call it risk.
Isn't there a name? There's a name for that kind of style of trading. I forgot. Somebody coined it. I don't remember the actual term.
For me, I heard it from JD Adastra. He calls it risk sinking. Shout out JD. He's
risk sinking. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, listen, like I'm a big believer in that, right? Like I think, especially if you I think you said this yesterday. I was supporting Jacobs. I was watching yesterday, and I think you said something along the lines that was like, hold on, my Top Step is acting up here. Why is it very weird? You said something along the lines of, I think it was. Oh wait, sorry. Are you sharing my screen?
Yeah, here, I'll give you some time. You can get it going.
You see how, I don't know if you see that Top Step is not, it's not loading for me.
Oh, dude, I think I heard someone in the chat saying Project X is acting up a little bit. on Top Step.
Okay,
That might be
right.
the
Then
issue.
it's not me. Okay.
I don't think yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I love Top Step, man. Shout out Top Step. They make me a lot of money, and oh, there we go, we're back. But they really got to get some of these issues fixed. So yeah, you can go ahead and share my screen if you want.
Personally, I'm a Trade-Evate guy. Personally, I'll admit. I think it's.
I mean, listen, 90% of my accounts are Trade-Evate, but Top Step it's just easy to get those payouts, right?
Yeah, no, Top Steps. I always say this, guys. If you want to get like the easiest payout, that is Top Step. Top Step is the easiest for sure.
100%. So yeah, you were saying something about, what was I saying? Fuck, I forgot.
You were saying something that I mentioned on stream yesterday with Jacob.
Yeah. What did you mention, bro? I'm trying to think now.
Risk taking.
Fuck, my brain is completely fried. Top Step, you screwed my brain up, man, when I saw the charts not loading. No, it was important too, because I remember you said this yesterday. Shit. What were you saying before that, though? Like right before we talked about, do you remember? Or are you like me, man? My brain is pretty shut.
I can be like you at times. Base hits, 1-to-1s, copy trading.
I think we were talking about copy trading, but all right, if I remember, I'll bring it back up.
Yeah, no worries. But maybe just show the chat like kind of what you're looking at, man. Like how do you you price? I know you don't want to get too deep into it because so like
Yeah, so I'll be completely honest. Jacob probably has never talked about this, but we have another screen that we're looking at. It's on our trading view essentially, and it has all of the stuff that we use for our model. That we never share that on any of the stuff, but I can give you kind of a breakdown what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Right now I don't have VWAP on here because I don't like the VWAP that Top Step uses. I have my own on TradingView. So right now I'm looking at a couple things, right? Some of the ICT traders will kind of understand what I'm looking at. So we did come up and we did retest Midnight Open, and that's kind of in between this. It's over here in this area here. This is where Midnight Open was. Yeah. So we came in and we retested Midnight Open and we kind of rejected, right? So what I'm looking for basically is if we can get a push up into these fair value gaps here. And I would just note that as 10 a.m. being potentially, this is the open. Okay, so we're kind of chopping around. If you look right now on let's go to the 5-minute. Just on the 15 minutes so I could show these things, but you go to the 5-minute, we're accumulating here, right? So I would love to see some sort of manipulation into this area and then a continuation for lower. So that would be like my H4 PO3, right? If you look at the Asia and London, Asia accumulated, London manipulated, and the 9 a.m. candle, the first hour of the session, well, not really the session because it starts at 9:30, but that hour candle pushed and basically delivered or distributed into this H4. There's a 4-hour fair value gap sitting up there. We basically came all the way up into that 4-hour, the midpoint of it around there, consequent encroachment or whatever you want to call it, and we rejected there, created that 15-minute fair value gap. We actually have a 15-minute BPR because they're kind of it's a bearish and an inverse 15-minute there. So a lot of ICT lingo. We also have a VWAP, which I will say, guys, VWAP for us, like with our strategy, VWAP is super important, man. Yeah, most ICT traders throw VWAP out the door. And I think that's I almost want to say, man, and I hate to be that guy, but I almost want to say that people could probably just be very profitable using VWAP, to be completely honest.
There's a lot of people that are. I personally, I think ICT paired with one other concept in general is very powerful. Like for me, it's volume profile, not VWAP, but
okay, cool. Yeah, volume profile.
Implementing ICT with one other, I guess, more traditional quote unquote concept, I think is powerful, man.
Yeah, I know, super powerful, bro. I'm with you on there 100%. But yeah, I mean, this area here, it's a little tricky, right? Because I want to start taking trades soon. It's already past 10 a.m. But the reality is I don't love that we're just sitting at the low. I rather see some sort of pullback and then see if we get some sort of, smaller time frame change state delivery, maybe like a 1 minute or something that I could then use to target the lows of the session. That would be an ideal setup. But if we just keep selling off, right, I might just catch maybe let's say this becomes because right now what I'm seeing here is this up candle on the 5-minute chart, right? Let's say this is your order block now. It's looking like these two might become order blocks, or like maybe this is the change state delivery here. This becomes your order block, maybe a continuation and a pullback into this area on the next 15-minute candle. Could be something that I'd be interested in if I don't think that we have room to kind of get back up here. It's really going to depend on this 15-minute candle that's going to close in 2 minutes, how it closes, right? Because if it closes semi-bullish, then I have more patience to waiting for price to come into this area here. and then I could kind of figure out what I want to do.
So would you say you're more focused as like a trend continuation trader?
100%, dude. One thing I will say is I'm no longer really looking for reversals. I'm more looking for the continuation, and that has been a game changer. Right, because a lot of people right now are trying to catch this reversal, right? So I don't know what it looks like on the 1 minute, but and they might be able to catch it only because those 2 50 minutes are up here. And we all know if you're trading this, if you're trading liquidity and you're trading these 15-minute gaps, a lot of people talk about how the 15. Wait, am I on the 1 second? What the fuck? A lot of people talk about how the 15-minute is like a draw on liquidity, right? So a lot of people will try to find some sort of change of state delivery or some sort of inversion, you know, and try to take this
into that 15-minute gap.
Into this 15-minute gap. That's like a lot of people's strategy, right?
Yeah.
But if we're short, I don't really care. That move can happen. I'm looking for the continuation lower. So a lot of people here, we talked about this. They haven't got cooked yet, but they probably were like about to get a paper cut on this trade, right? Because if you're looking for the sweep, here's 10 a.m., not even 10 a.m. yet, actually. This is 9:57. So I wouldn't even count this as a 10 a.m. sweep. But here's the sweep of this low. So a lot of people will probably try to take that long once we close here. You know what I mean? Stop at the low and look for this push into here. And that's 100% a trade that I think I probably would have been looking for in the past.
Same here, man. Absolutely.
I would not touch this today, bro. Today, this to me is a horrible trade. And watch me say that and this thing shoot all the way up here. And that's fine. And I'm okay with seeing those trades that I would have taken play out over and over again, because I rather take the trade that I know is going to give me the higher win rate and that I know has more potential for me to catch the continuation, right? The only thing that sucks about continuations is if you're trading continuations and you start to really just stay at the lows, right? Like if you're just staying here inside these lows in here, it's hard to catch the continuation because really you're risking a lot more for what potentially you can get, right? Because you don't know how far this is going to run.
Yeah.
You know, looking at my charts here, I can see that. Let me see if I have some fundamentals here. Previous day low is sitting at 422, right? You're talking, I don't know, 130 points more. Could we get there? Maybe. If you look at previous day high, sometimes I'll do this. I'll look at previous day high and look at previous day low, and I'll look at the 50% mark. That's where we're sitting right now. Just a heads up here. If you go to, let me get rid of this stupid arrow. If you go here to 1 day, let's just go here real quick. Okay. And we mark out 50% of this high to this low, you're going to see that we are kind of sitting at that 50% mark. I'll make this a little bit fatter so we can actually see it. And I do this a lot. Look at where we are. Just holding that to the T right there.
Yep.
So, you know, if you're looking for confluences as an ICT trader, those daily equilibriums, those daily midpoints are super strong for price to hold. If you look at yesterday, man, yesterday around this exact same time, price did the same thing. It went to the daily equilibrium, held about 4 times, and then we just ripped higher with that massive kind of crazy candle that came out of nowhere and just took the highs. So something to look out, just a little tip here, guys, something that I will look. This is not part of my model, but it is something that I am conscious of, right? So it looks like this might deliver into this 15-minute. Another thing that I will mention that you guys don't see here is that on my trading view chart, I do have the 15-minute and the hourly and the 4-hour candles right next to my chart. So I'm able to just kind of view.
Yeah, that's a good question for you. How important is that higher time frame analysis? Is it key for your system, or?
So because I learned ICT and I'm very, very versed in ICT, like I would say I'm probably one of the better ICT traders out of people that I talk to, just because I understand it so well. I'm not saying that I'm extremely profitable with ICT by itself, but I am saying that I understand the concepts really well.
Fundamentally understand the concepts.
Yeah, it's hard for me to throw that out the door, right? So so I do look at it, right? I do use it. Like for this example.
Unsee a fair value gap, and you just can't do it.
No, and you know that's the one thing Jacob still uses is fair value gaps. Yep. He might say he doesn't use any ICT, but I know we talk about it. The fair value gaps, something he'll bring up sometimes. But I will commend him, man. He threw away everything that's ICT and just trades his model, and it's a beautiful thing to watch, because sometimes I hate to say it, but sometimes when you're stuck in your ways of doing something that just doesn't work for you, the ego is what's taking over, right? Because you're like, well, other people are making this work. Why can't I make this work? And so even though you might have a proven strategy or model, you still continue to do the old habits, because it's human nature to not want to lose at something, you know? So I think that's where you see a lot of people fail is just their ego. But I'm okay with saying that the $35,000 I've made in the last 35 trading days has been a mixture of ICT and this, right? It's not the full concepts that he teaches, but it is a mix. So I'm going to continue to use it. And it will allow me to get into a trade for a better risk reward than sometimes Jacob will get. But Jacob is a badass, man. He will take a trade and he does not go break even, man. He will hold that trade. And I've seen it almost take him out and he doesn't even have a sweat, man. This guy he's built different, bro. I will say that. I have a lot of love for this man, bro. This guy is a machine. I just have to give him props for that because it's hard to see that. Not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah. Shout out Jacob again, man. Yeah. Speaking with him yesterday, this is the thing, man. I was talking about this the other day on stream. Like, it's very important to me that the people I try to have on here on Prop Firm Match TV are people that I personally want to talk to. You know, not just people that, oh, you have 20,000 followers, so I need to have you on for the stream so that we get views. It's like, no, I want the stream to be good. And the reality is that there's a lot of great traders who maybe don't have 100,000 followers. Guys like you and Jacob who are just, you're killing it though. And it's objective. Like, even when you speak about the markets, this is actual value. So Jacob was one of those people yesterday, you know, you hear him talk just like you today. It's like, okay, this guy gets it. I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, man. Like, when I met Jacob, that's how I felt about him. You know what I mean? And I will say, dude, we've had the mentorship for like 3 weeks, maybe. It hasn't been that long. And we're already at 50 students, you know?
Amazing.
So yeah, but just to tell you, it's not really about, like, the followers are great, right? The Patrick Whelans of the world and these guys. I mean, these guys make a shit ton of money off of a lot of things. And I have a lot
shout out Patrick Whelan because he's very entertaining. And he does.
Dude, that guy's hilarious, man. I love the drama he creates. But absolutely. The reality is, you don't have to have a ton of followers, right? You have to have good quality content, right? So, like, you got to either be posting, like, you can't just be posting TradeZilla charts that, you know, you're not proving the payout, you're not showing payout receipts, and you're not documenting the truth, you know.
That's a big thing on mine. I'm like, I don't want to see your TradeZilla stats showing you made 200K this month. I don't want to see.
Dude, I know people that make 200K on their evals, or not evals, sorry, but like on a practice account on TradeZilla, right? But then they can't even make 1,000 in the real market or on an eval or prop firm, you know? So that stuff's all rubbish to me. It really is. Here's the push I'm talking about. So I'm more interested in maybe shorting coming into this next couple minutes here, depending on how we react up here. I'm looking at ES as well, just as a heads up. I know Jacob doesn't even look at ES at all, but ES is worrying me a little bit because ES is pushing through a 15-minute fair value gap that should have sellers holding it. So I want to see how this reacts. If anyone understands T trades and how he trades, this is candle 3 on the 15-minute chart for a continuation higher. But I don't buy it that this is a continuation higher. I think this is a manipulation. So I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Again, the only thing I don't love is that daily equilibrium did hold price 3 times there at the lows.
Yeah. So, yeah. And higher time frame is still daily uptrend. We're still pretty bullish on the daily. Yeah. So you got to take that into consideration for sure.
100% agree. But I will be honest, man. It doesn't mean that we can't just go back and sweep these lows. There's a lot of liquidity here at these lows, man. There's a lot of buyers probably that are buying that. They're making it too freaking easy here.
So how long are you usually in your trades for, and how many points are you usually looking to capture on like a standard daily?
Yeah, so I will say, man, it depends, right? It's very dynamic for me. Sometimes I'm catching 25, 30 points, and sometimes like I'll catch 50 to 100. It really depends on what the market's giving me. And I'm a very big, like, some people look at what they're going to make. I look at what I'm going to lose. That's the first thing I'll look at. So, you know, if let's say I was going to go long, let's just say I'm going to go short here, right? Let's say I think in my head, I'm not saying this is where my stop would be, but let's say I think my stop needs to be higher, like up here, let's say, right? I'll look to see what that loss is. I won't look to see what this win is if we take these lows, because I'm looking at risk management first, number one. And then number two, as long as I can get out of this $400, $350, 400, even 500, maybe more, I don't care so much about anything else besides the risk. So basically what I'm saying is, if my stop is up here, right, let's say that's a $700, let's say that's $1,000 stop, right? I don't care that I can make $1,000 on the win or I can make $1,500 on the win. What I want to do is how do I mitigate that $1,000 loss to 500? So at that point, I'll drop into 5 micros. So my stop is a $500 stop. And then I'm okay taking $400 or $500 in profit. Does that make sense? Even though the move might have netted me 1,000 on one mini, I don't need that, if that makes sense.
I'm completely the same way, man. Most of the time, like here, I'll go back to my screen real quick, and then I want to get back to yours. But on the trade that we took, you caught me when we had just got into this trade. This is a perfect example of like an average daily scalp for me. Like following the most current momentum. I do look at higher time frame. I want to have that context, but at the end of the day, what I have to put the most emphasis on is what is happening right now in the market, especially when I'm someone that's only looking for 20 points, 20 to 25 points. That's all I really need to be aware of. So we get this massive sell-off. I also use midnight open. That's a big component to my system. I like using the midnight open for a couple of things. Number one, just gauging, at least in the first hour of the day, whether we are in a premium or a discount of the daily trading range. If we're above midnight, we're in a premium. If we're below midnight, we're in a discount. And I look to trade towards midnight open if it has not been retraced to yet. So today, the midnight open was down here. You had that initial retracement lower. And dude, all I did, like I really keep it this simple sometimes. We had a 1 minute fair value gap here, bearish fair value gap. This is where I also incorporate volume profile. We also broke the previous day's point of control, which is a key thing for me on bias. So we're below the previous day's point of control, which it's very similar to how a lot of people use VWAP. I call it my golden rule. If you're above the previous day's point of control, this isn't black or white, but you know, most of the time you're gonna have an easier time looking for longs. If you're below the
there's the run on liquidity that I talked about, that all these people just got smacked trying to take that long. I'll probably have to chase this, man, because I think we're going to continue lower, to be honest.
Are you going to get into a trade here?
I have my stop on here, but it didn't trigger me. I thought we were going to get a pullback here into that change day delivery here on the 1 minute. Didn't trigger, so I'm not getting into it, sadly. If it pulls back, maybe. We'll see what this pullback looks like. I'm going to take it on my 30 accounts as well if I get a pullback here, but nothing yet. Don't love chasing something that's already kind of swept lows like this.
But this is a situation where you would really just be looking for a base hit, right? You'd be looking to capture.
At this point, yeah. I'm looking to see what happens when we get up here, basically. But yeah, basically that's what I'm looking at. Just don't love that it's not pulling back for me, man. This might be a missed opportunity. But this is what I was talking about, exactly what I want to see. We didn't get into that 15-minute or retest that VWAP, but we just, if you look at the 5-minute chart, man, we did not... See how we're just failing up here with these wicks? That's a telltale sign that we're going lower. And we just retested this kind of like previous support area. I just don't want to get caught. I'm trying to get to believe that this continues lower and then it shoots higher. So I'm just kind of giving myself a quick moment here to figure out what's going to happen.
Yeah. Think about it, man. Think it out loud. Also, what would you be looking for as a target? Just the new low a day? Like most recent.
So I'm going to try this here, man. Let's see. A lot of people will probably be taking this long here. This sweep here.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try this. I'm just gonna jump into this with 5. I'm gonna add more into this if we start to push into my my order block here. And what I'm gonna be looking for is just a continuation lower here. Nothing crazy. And I'm willing to. I don't really want to see price above my area here. So we'll see what happens here.
And what are you in? 5 micros?
Yeah, I'm in small because I don't like where the trade is so far. So I'm kind of in 5 micros. I'm going to put my stop a little bit further. I'm not my stop, but this a little bit further. My stop will be up here right now. So kind of something like this. This is what I want to see this kind of reject here. So we'll see what happens. I'm in 1 mini though on my other accounts.
Are you more of a mini guy or a micro guy? Does it depend on account size?
It depends on the trade, man. This trade here, I don't really love. This is not like an A+ setup for me. I don't love this trade. I just like the potential that we will continue to sweep. If this is a fake out, maybe there's a lot of people that jumped into selling pressure here, like they jumped into sells. Maybe this is a fake out, but we'll see. This I don't love. This looks like an A+ trade for a lot of ICT traders, right? Got that inversion gap here.
Absolutely.
A sweep
you got
of the
some low
lows.
resistance liquidity on the upside now, some relative equal highs.
Exactly. So I have to be careful here, but I am going to probably add 5 more in a second. See how this closes.
What account sizes do you mostly trade with? Are you a guy that likes the 50Ks or do you ever go with the bigger?
So I got a couple 50Ks and I've got a couple 150Ks right now that are following this. Okay. I just took a payout from this. So look at my balance, super low. So I'm just got to be careful with this account today.
Here's a good question for you in regards to payouts with prop firms, because it's not just about how good we can trade, right? Like I think a big part about it is knowing when to withdraw, when not to withdraw. What's your usual system on that? Are you looking to take a payout as soon as you're eligible and you take the most possible? Do you like to build up a balance? How do you go about it?
So I take my money when it's available, man. I'm not one of these guys that just builds buffers. Dude. Yeah, I want to get paid, man. Because you know, if I blow accounts today, for example, if I do, you know, this is all part of the cost for me. If I blow accounts today, I'm gonna cut this trade. Actually, I'll get back in if we start to see a closure below this area here. I'll get back in. But I don't like the way that it's printing. I'm out on all my accounts right now.
Okay.
Let me see if the copy trader worked. This would have been a great trade for it not to work on. Yeah, it worked. All right, cool. So we're down pretty heavy. We're down about $800 on my other accounts, and this one took a $400 loss. So that's why I went in 5 micros, because my balance here is super low. These other accounts have like $4,000 of profits in it. I'm still not 100% sold that we're going to go higher.
I mean, you can just get a sweep of those relative equal highs and continue the trend.
Yeah, we're going to find out here what happens. But again, this is very much, because I understand ICT, this is a very much A+ setup for ICT traders. You got the sweep of 10 a.m. basically, all this accumulation. Here's the sweep. So most people will think this is the manipulation. And now we're heading up higher. Thing is, we have VWAP and those 15-minute gaps there. So I really need to just
that's what I was going to say. I like that 15-minute bearish gap on NQ for a draw, move into there. And then if you could get a change in the state of delivery, a 1-minute inversion to continue lower, I like that.
Yeah, 100%. So that's what I'm going to wait and see, right? We might not even get above this high here. We might sweep back lower. I don't know. You know, I'm going to wait and see what happens. But that's the thing about the model that I trade, is because it's a continuation trade, I have patience, and I'll also wait to see. I'll also jump into a second trade, and I usually will make back my loss or make even more profit on that. So I'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I am also like on the hourly time frame. We kind of have these relative equal lows all the way down at previous day's low. You know what I'm talking about? Down around 25,421. Those aren't perfect equal lows, but they're pretty damn close. I like that as a potential draw if the market does want to continue lower. I think it's a target to fill the daily range, but of course we need to see how price reacts inside that 15-minute SIBI.
Yeah, and the one thing that I will note, man, is I don't know if anybody ever has tried the stat map from statistical mapping from 2 degrees. It's a tool that he has. I do have that on my chart. It's not part of my model, but sometimes I will look at it because it's based on like I think it's like, I don't know how many sessions, but a lot of sessions data. And it marks out the daily profile. So like where your daily candle is most likely to manipulate, where your daily candle is most likely to distribute to. And right now we tapped the daily manipulation to the bottom side. So we literally, I can't share the screen because it has a lot of other stuff that I don't want to give away as people pay to be in the mentorship, but it is showing me like not to the tick, but you know, the daily manipulation for the stat map here right now is at 528. And our low where we just bounced from was 521. So relative area here. So if people are trading stat map, they're in this long right now because you're looking for us to inverse from one of these statistical mapping points. But again, I'm not 100% sold that this is 100% going to deliver. So let's see.
Yeah, I got another question for you from here in the chat. And also, I know I don't want to keep you too long. Alex, by the way, guys, if you guys want to follow Alex or Jacob, their X account, Alex's X account is in the top right corner of the stream. And it's also linked in the description of this video. I got Alex's YouTube in there and your X accounts. But
Thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course, man. Here's a quick question from Sam the Trader. They want to know a little bit more detail on how you use VWAP because there's a lot of nuance to that. Do you use anchored VWAP, New York?
Yeah, so I use anchored VWAP, and the idea is if we're below VWAP, we're bearish. If we're above VWAP, we're bullish. You know, a lot of times if you look on any of the time frames, that 5-minute time frame, you're going to see all the wicks are like all of our wicks really before this area here. We're just bouncing off of that anchored VWAP. No bodies have been able to get close to that VWAP. So that just shows, you know, obviously you can look at this chart and say, well, we're bearish, right? Look at this move down or whatever, you know what I mean? So you don't really need VWAP, but you know, when you do start to see, at least for me, for like a continuation trade, not so much of a reversal, the way I see it is, let me just grab my thing. Let's say this is VWAP You know what I mean? We're bouncing here. You know, we couldn't get bodies above VWAP. Look at all this, so far away from it, right? We also have that bearish 15-minute in here. So there's a lot of confluences up here that tell me that price most likely goes into this area and then continues lower, right? So we'll see how price reacts here at this VWAP. It's something that I'm going to be watching here. And if I get confirmation, man, based on the way I trade, if there's confirmation that we could see the highs of the session, I have no problem getting into a long. That's one thing I will say about the way I trade now is I'm not married to a bias. If I was wrong on the continuation here, if I was wrong on this, I'm happy cutting that pretty quickly because I know I have a second shot at making my money back and more, right? So that's just the way that I trade. And it's what's been working out for me. So most likely today I'll end up with maybe 2 or 3 max trades at the end of the session that I trade.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
I'm the same way, man. I know a lot of people have that issue where they favor one side of the market, whether it's short or long. I've never had that issue, bro. Like I'm perfectly fine with getting short or getting long and even switching up that bias. I guess I'm blessed with that because I know a lot of people that struggle with that. They only want to go long. They only want to go short. Obviously, I guess when you're trading U.S. stock indexes, only going long might be favored because the markets are designed to go up long term. But I think intraday trading, I mean, you have a ton of opportunity to the downside to the point that I don't think there's much benefit in like favoring one side of the market.
I think people who do that, man, especially intraday traders, they're literally cuffing themselves.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because also you're going to start giving yourself confirmation bias to find a trade in your direction. You know, it doesn't make sense to me.
100%, man. I'll tell you right now, man. If we can get back below this set of down candles here, and this doesn't act as support, I might look to re-enter. I know it doesn't look great because this looks like an A+ setup to the upside for ICT traders, but I don't know, man. I'm not convinced 100%. We'll see.
I mean, you're below your VWAP, which still, right, which helps with your short bias.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. My VWAP is still giving me short bias until I see a confirmation that we're above that. I'm not really gonna engage. And also, you can't really long in my opinion, the only long you can do from this area is a long into that 15-minute, right? But after that 15-minute gets filled or tapped, you really,
anything.
Yeah, you really can't hold that thing to go back to the highs, you know. I just don't see that as something that and listen, I could be the guy saying this today, and it might be the day where I'm off, and you know this thing runs all the way back up from here. And people are going to sit here and be like, oh, you know, everything he called was wrong. But I can tell you that 80% of the time, my strategy works. And this doesn't usually happen, right? So, or not 70 to 80%, depends on the month. But yeah, you know, just something to note is that's kind of what I'm looking at. I don't know if you have my screen up still, but
yes, sir.
What I'm looking at here now is obviously there's VWAP in this area that I talked about, but I'm also looking at, this is the last up candle before this entire move that made this low. So this area will be the where sellers should step in, right? This is where sellers should 100% defend. So this is right now the most important candle in this entire move for sellers to hold. And what I've done, like based on like a lot of backtesting I've done, it's the midpoint of these candles that and you can go back and look at this a lot, but it's the midpoint of these up or down candles, the last ones on the 1 minute chart, that tend to hold really, really well, man. I'm gonna see if I can find another example here. So this one might not be perfect, but yeah, there it is. See that?
Yep, exactly. Yeah, perfect.
So a lot of times, man, it's obviously they're order blocks. If you're an ICT trader, you call them order blocks, but it's the midpoints of those 1 minute order blocks specifically that you could just find really good trades. Like this last up one here, right? It kind of went up, but look at the bodies. I guess this one kind of penetrated it. But again, you know, you have a lot of resistance here. So those are just little things that I look at, little things that I add into the way that I trade. So you'll see. I mean, we'll see how they push this thing. But again, I want to let everyone know I'm not married to a bias. If this market tells me we're going higher, I will engage in that trade. So this is my change state delivery to the upside here. So very important if we do retest this that we hold to the upside.
I love it, man. Yo, Alex, thank you so much for coming on, brother. This was an amazing conversation. I'd love to get you back on again sometime.
Yeah, man.
Or two, bro. I'd really like chatting with you. I think we have a lot of similarities and some key differences, which make for interesting analysis. But real quick, man, before you go, I want to give you some time to talk about your mentorship with you and Jacob. Like, I know you don't want to get too deep into it, but what does it look like if somebody joins? Like, what is the outline of how you guys go about teaching inside the mentorship?
Yeah, so it's actually pretty simple and straightforward. I mean, I tell people ask me all the time, man, how long is it going to take to learn the model, right? Because they probably spent 6 months learning ICT. We all know ICT is a forever game, you know, 1,000 videos there to watch. So we have about 2 or 3 videos that explain the model pretty much to a T. So you can learn what the model is and have a pretty good idea of what we're doing for the model in about a couple hours. And then you would go through all of our live executions. So every single day we trade live, there's live executions recorded. We also have pictures of the actual entry and exits from the confirmations that you see on the chart, right? Executions. So you would study that, and then you're pretty much done, man. I mean, you're part of a pretty good community. It's about 50 people now. Everyone's doing the exact same thing. The cool thing about our community is you have people who have been there for maybe a week or two already getting payouts. So it's not like this thing where you join and it takes months and months and months, right? It's a pretty quick, it could be a pretty quick change depending on how much you believe in the strategy and how much you believe in yourself, right? Because I will say believing in yourself is always going to be the most important thing.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, it's pretty easy, man. You join, it's $2,000 USD. If someone's in a third world country, Jacob and I do have a heart, and we do respect people who are trying to hustle and get themselves out of the situations they're in, so we can have a conversation about that. But yeah, other than that, man, it's pretty straightforward. You could either go to my Discord or you can go to my X and reach out to me. You could also reach out to Jacob, and we're happy to talk to anyone about it, man. But yeah, pretty self-explanatory, guys. You don't need a lot of knowledge. You can have 0 ICT knowledge and learn this. You can have ICT knowledge and learn this. You can have volume profile or volume knowledge. I have a guy in our community who just got a payout that uses Bookmap. So I think it's a strategy that can be adapted to anything. All I know is that we have a proven edge, with data to back it. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it.
I love it, man. Yo, thanks again for coming on, brother. Again, links to Alex's X account and his YouTube channel in the description of this video. Go check him out. And yeah, man, just thanks again for coming on. We'll talk soon, bro. I want to keep in touch.
Yeah, man, Zach, I appreciate you, bro. Let me know if you want to grab a drink one of these days or a coffee. I know you have a kid on the way, but you know, we're New Yorkers. We should probably see each other in real life at some point.
Dude, absolutely, man. Yeah, hit me up next time you're in the city.
All right, brother. I will. You take care, man. Thank you for having me, brother. Take care, everybody. Appreciate you all.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, chat. Man, we've been killing it with the guests this week. We've had some really good guests. Alex, man. TMadeAlex. I like those two guys, man. I like Jacob. I like Alex. It's cool that he's in New York. We'll probably have to link up. Solid one. Solid one. You can just tell when people are well-spoken about their system. They know what they're talking about. There's a confidence to it. Yeah, he's one of those dudes. I love it, man. Yeah, great energy. Absolutely. All right, chat. I mean, it's 10:42. We had a pretty big rip up. So I'm glad we caught that little short scalp. Look at my little scalp, man. That's all you need. You don't need to catch the whole move. We're up 381 times 5 accounts. What is that? I'm terrible at math. What's 381 times 5? So we're up about almost $2,000 on a couple of scalps. And we are $450 away from another 12.5K payout with Top 1 Futures. So hopefully we can get that locked in by tomorrow. I have to decide if I want to move over to Apex, or I could try to lock in one more base hit here on Top 1 Futures. Because here's the thing, man. My max profit per day, if I want to keep my consistency score as low as possible, if I want to keep it below 20%, I can't make more than $600. So I have a little bit more room. And my thought process is, if I have a good read on the market today and I get this up to 500 or 550 bucks for the day, that's less money I have to make tomorrow to potentially take our payout on a Friday. So I'm going to take that into consideration, but I also don't want to put too much emphasis on that. I talk about this all the time, right? Because I don't want to force the payout. Like, we have a pretty good winning day locked in. So we'll have to see how I feel about that. Maybe we'll move over to Apex. If I just, do this and make 200 bucks tomorrow and then just have to wait the weekend and make another 200 on Monday to take my payout, I'm fine with that too. You know what I mean? But I do think that we could still go lower. I'm not going to lie. I'm not just like Alex said, I'm not super convinced that we rip all the way back up to the high day. We're coming back around this previous day's point of control, which I think also is lining up with the 15-minute fair value gap, right? Yeah, so we tapped into that 15-minute gap, right? It's a pretty big one. So, it doesn't have, it could go a little bit higher, but I think if we're going to stay bearish, we don't want to go much higher. We definitely do not want to get below the previous day's point of control. That's for damn sure. If we get back above the POC, all bets are off for shorts, but we still have this as our line in the sand, right? For a short bias. Now, ES looks a little bit different. ES, we are back above its previous day's POC. This is one reason why I feel a little bit cautious about just jumping back into the short, because there's a bit of a divergence there. But I think what we could do is if ES gets below its POC, which I think it might, then we can have confidence to short NQ since it's still below its POC and catch a short continuation. Maybe look for some type of 1 minute. So we'll see. But I do want to run another giveaway. I've been promising that. I still got 9 accounts to give away, chat. So don't go anywhere. Let's get this giveaway going. You know what I mean? I think top one is a better consistency rule. I think with top one, it's just classic. It's 20%. 2 bands, baby. Yes, sir. All right. Let's run a giveaway, chat. Let's get another giveaway going. If you're new, if you're staying here because you joined because of Alex and you want to stick with us, we're going to give away some accounts. We give away like 12 accounts a day on Prop for a Match TV. There's no other stream that's giving away more accounts than us. I can say that pretty confidently, bro. So we'll give away like 2 or 3 accounts right now. How many do I got left? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 7 accounts left to give away. So yeah, let's do this. If you guys are brand new, you don't know how to enter the giveaway, go to the pinned comment up at the top of the chat, okay? It has our Discord invite link. All right, you're going to click that link to join the Discord because we enter our giveaways through the Discord channel, the Prop for a Match Discord. Hey, Adam, you just received your Top 1 Futures note? Nice, dude. Yeah, I got my little Top 1 Futures care package the other day. I got a nice little mouse pad, some shirts, some hats. Right there. Shout out TOF. Okay, let's do this. Let's get this giveaway going. Not even Patrick gives away this many accounts. Honestly, for real. All right, let's do this. I'm going to pull up the Discord. Let's have some fun. And there's people already cooking themselves, typing for no reason. I haven't given a code word yet for you guys to type, so no typing yet. This is the new trend. Whoever types there before I said anything, we do the clown emoji. Oh my God. Are they bots? What's good? Okay, here we go. We're gonna have fun here. Bam, type clown to enter the giveaway. All right, there we go. There we go. Let's get that going. That was funny. That was funny. All right, I'll give you guys about 3 to 5 minutes to get your entries inside of Discord. We're getting a nice little pullback here. There could be a short opportunity. You're about to get that inversion. But I do need to take a quick water break. I want to go refill my water. So give me like 90 seconds. I'll be right back. We'll announce the winners of the giveaway. So don't go anywhere, chat. We will be right back. Okay, I will be right back and we'll announce the winners and then we'll get back to trading. So be right back. All right, told you we'd be back real quick. Damn, man, I think I'm missing a good short right now. Not gonna lie. I think we just missed a beautiful short. Let's open up Apex. I'm considering just getting short 2 micros with a wide stop, and even like maybe we can even add into it after if it goes higher, because I do feel like the ultimate draw liquidity here is going to be previous day's low. I feel like we're going to get a previous day's low draw on liquidity here. So let's do this. Let's just get short 2 micros and start there. Am I short on my accounts or am I short on one? Okay, we're short 2 micros on 12 Apex accounts. We're going to give this a lot of room, okay? This might be a bad spot for it, but we'll see. I don't think it is. I think, yeah, let me log into Apex. We have very low risk on this, guys. We're going to give it a lot of room. Because I really think this can go all the way down to previous day's low, honestly. Yeah. And it can chop around for a little while first if that's what it wants to do, but I think it goes down here. All right, while we do that, while we're in this trade, let's run the giveaway. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to copy all these entries. Okay, I got the list. So nobody needs to keep typing because I got the list. So that's it. If you missed it, you missed it. But we're going to get this list going. Okay, getting my list. We got it populated. Here we go. All right, here we go. Got my list. All right, we're going to do duck race, chat. "45 seconds, names." All right, here we go. Duck race. Let's do it. Set. All right, on 3, chat. 1, 2, 3. The duck race is pretty funny. All right, we'll give away, maybe we'll give away 3 accounts for fun. Either 2 or 3. We'll see. Tell you, man, the one downside to PFM TV growing is a lot more ducks. Many, many ducks. All right, moment of truth. 5 seconds left. I need some Christmas ducks for real. That would be sick. Oh. Dude, first off, I thought it was about to be that Batman duck, but it was Abby. Shout out Abby. It's one of my students. Let's go. All right, Abby, you won. You won an account. Let's go. Let me find you on Discord real quick. Got you. Destiny said, Abby, more accounts for you to kill. What the? Damn. The disrespect. If your name is not in the list, it means you entered too late. Sorry. How's this trade doing? Trade's looking okay. We're just chilling in this. I feel like this is the draw on liquidity, guys. These relative equal lows here. You know, we swept out here. Now we come for these lows. I don't know. It seems feasible. So again, this seems like a low-hanging fruit target if my overall drawn liquidity is all the way down here, right? Tapped into that 15-minute gap, holding as resistance. I'm trying to look. I don't see any 5-minute bullish fair value gap in here to hold price up. So I feel like we should be able to come down towards these wicks. Yeah, I like this trade. I think it's good. I'm down to hold it as long as it stays, you know, around like 630s. I'm comfortable in the trade. Again, previous day's point of control below us or way above us. So yeah, we're going to utilize the golden rule. Sukuna, I added your name. Your name's on there. Trust me. It's in there. I made sure of it. All right, let's do it again. 1, 2. Yes, sir. Three, two. Damn, okay. Let the sky go. Oh no, Trump Duck is funny, bro. All right, let the sky go. Shout out. Let me find you on Discord. Got you. What do you guys say? One more? Let's chill for a minute. We'll keep this list, but I want to take a look at these charts. We'll run this in a sec. We'll run the next duck race in a second with the same list. And then we'll do 2 more lists throughout the stream. Tell me, Zach, I'm a smoker. Will Zyn be able to help me stop? Yeah, dude, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it gives you the nicotine that you crave, but you won't smoke. So, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, shout out Zin. Yeah, guys, as far as this trade goes, like, again, remember, I'm not going to let the market go this high up. This is just my hard stop because we need a hard stop in there. But at the end of the day, here's what I'm seeing. Hourly chart. Market came up. We kind of have a accumulation, like a higher time frame, accumulation, manipulation, and we're hoping to see this as the distribution down towards these equal lows, right? We've swept out the liquidity here. Swing failure patterned it, displaced lower. Go down to the 15-minute. What did we do? When we displaced, we created a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. The market came down here to the previous day's value area low, lost the previous day's point of control. We get a retracement, tap into that 15-minute bearish fair value gap. It's holding as resistance. We're expecting the market to ultimately come down to previous day's low. But how can we target the low-hanging fruit? The low-hanging fruit would just be this wick right here, right? So how do we get in? We used a 1-minute inversion. I got in late to this trade, but I was looking at this 1-minute inversion. Honestly, a better example is this 5-minute inversion. Let's actually pay attention to this. We got a 5-minute inversion in here. I'll make that yellow. That's pretty much what we took. That's like the trade we took, right? Closure, entry. You look for that low. That's the trade. Now, you don't have to look for the low. You can look for a classic like 1-to-1, which would be down here. Take profit at the previous day's value area low if you want to be extra safe. I think you'll get that. But yeah, we're looking for this. We're chilling in this trade. Apex accounts currently running, small profit, but when you add that up across 12 accounts, it's not bad. So we'll see how this plays out. Dude, I wish Zin would be a sponsor. Zin, if you see me, if you want some trading sponsorships, come through, bro. The traders love you. They love you, Zin. We use you all the time. Josh says there's a big order at 25,560. I'm guessing you're looking at Bookmap. Okay, so we just tapped that. Just got taken. Cool, cool, cool. The Rippa is back. What up? Welcome back, bro. Life Full of Colors is in this trade from 605. Nice. You got a better entry than me. Beautiful. Probably will be a W for me. Cool. I think so. Let's hope so. Remember, guys, reminder, if you don't win any giveaways or you just want to get some more accounts, go over to propfirmmatch.com. We got all the best promos right now. Code MATCH will get you the best discount on any of the Prop Firm Match listed firms. Personally, you don't want to go with a firm that's not listed on Prop Firm Match. All right. They do all their due diligence. They audit them, make sure their financials are in order. So then you can trust the firm is going to pay you out. Some of the deals that really stand out to me, Top One Futures, over 57% off on instant funded accounts. That's why I got these 5 accounts. 40% off Tradeify on their new select plans with daily payouts. It's a big deal. Like I said, I'm going to try and talk to them, see if we can get a couple of accounts to give away. So we'll see if we can make that happen. Funding Ticks, 35% off. Just a ton of good deals, man. Code MATCH will get you that discount. So take a look, go through these, see which works, which firm or which plan works best for your style. You'll be good to go. This trade's looking okay. Let's take a look at ES, make sure ES is following suit. It is. Beautiful. Okay, let's see. Now, the only thing here is since I'm in such small size, a lot of times I will admit, if I was in on 5 micros here, I'd probably already be out of the trade. But because we're in smaller, we're looking for that full target. Let's see if we can capture it. See if we can get that displacement. We're going to trail our stop right here. Oh, we're out. Beauty, 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 beauty. I just closed it a couple ticks early. No reason to hold. Bam. There we go. W's. And that will be $238 on 12 accounts. What's that total P&L? 38 times 12. So we are up about $3,000 off that scalp. In and out, baby. The power of copy trading. Let's go. Who took that trade with me? What a beautiful setup, man. Could not get more clean. Beauty, man. We got to clip that one. Hey, Life of Color caught a 1-2. Nice. Off that trade. Beautiful, man. Kirsty, you caught it 2 on ES. Perfect. The chat is eating today. Let's go. We eat here at Prop Firm Match TV. We give out good trades. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Caught it on Nas 100. Let's go. All right, guys. Beautiful. Yeah, solid day, man. Solid day. We could definitely celebrate with some more giveaways for sure. Punjabi traded short on US 30. Let's go. Yeah, solid day, man. Solid day. Let's turn on executions here. We got to post this one to X. You know, it's got beautiful, beautiful analysis here. Let's make this nice and pretty. Add the lipstick to the chart. You know what I mean? Got to make it look good. Aesthetics, chat. Aesthetics are key. That looks pretty nice, right? What do we think about that? Let's add this. Inversion. Nice. Save that for later. And we go again tomorrow. Yes, sir. Yeah, guys, smash that like button. Hook us up with some likes. I forget to ask sometimes when we're too busy trading, making money. I forget to ask for likes, but smash that like button if you can, chat. Let's try and hit 100 likes and we'll run the rest of the giveaways. Let's hit 100 likes. And we'll hook you up. We'll give away the last 4 accounts. Smash that like button for the win. Come on. Kindly work us through that trade, the ideal entry point. Yeah, we'll do that while we wait for these 10 likes that we need to get. Okay, so quick overview of the trade thesis. Let's go to the higher time frame. First off, I believe the market is currently in the process of working out an accumulation, manipulation, distribution phase. Okay, so what does that mean? Let's clean up this chart for a second. This, I believe, is a higher time frame accumulation phase. phase, where the market stays in a range without sweeping out any important liquidity, right? Right here is phase 2, the manipulation phase. This is where the market runs the stops of one side of this range. So in this situation, it ran the stops on the upside of this overall accumulation phase. Once we run those stops, we need to distribute. And now we're going to distribute down to these lows, okay? So the idea, this is kind of how it looks in a textbook form. You have your accumulation, where the market stays in a range. Then you have your manipulation phase, where it runs all of the stops on one side. So that would be your manipulation. Then you get your displacement to move lower. Oh, wait, I messed this up. Hold on. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So here's your accumulation. Here's your manipulation, where it runs those stops. And now this is your distribution to run the opposing side of those stops. Okay, AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So in the chart, you can see it here, accumulation, manipulation. Now we're getting the distribution curve, where it's going to come down to run the stops to the downside down here. Now, does it have to happen? Do we have to hit the complete target? Not necessarily. Like, again, this is why I talk about low-hanging fruit, about base hits, right? That's my overall analysis. So then going into the lower time frames, this is how it looks on the lower time frames. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now we put in a lower high. We tap into this 15-minute fair value gap. So this is our overall area of resistance. Then when we incorporate the volume profile, we're also incorporating my golden rule. If we're below the previous day's point of control, we want to stick to a short bias. If we're above the previous day's point of control, we want to stick to a long bias. So I also have the previous day's point of control as my general line in the sand. Now, the last thing we need is the entry. I used a 5-minute fair value gap inversion. So this is a 5-minute bullish gap right here, this little gap. When we got a 5-minute strong candle closure below it, that is our entry signal to look for that new low of day, which we got right here. So that's the entry, that's our target. And that's it. In a nutshell, that's it. All right, did we hit 100 likes? I bet we did. Let's go. We did. Hey, Zach, just requested a $411 payout from pre-live and 420 profit on the XFA today. Doug, let's go. Congrats, brother. That's amazing. Happy to hear it. All right, let's run this giveaway, chat. All right, Andy, glad that helped, brother. Love it. Yeah, clear analysis. Really good move. Oh, now, do I wish I took it on top one futures to get closer to that payout? A little bit, but not really. I don't really care. I'm happy to lock this money in on the 12 Apex accounts. All right, 4 more accounts to do. Should we get a new list? I think we should. So guys, if you're new to the stream, if you're brand new, you don't know how to enter into our giveaways. We give away around 12 accounts every single day on Prop for Match TV. No stream gives out that many accounts except us. What you got to do is go to the pinned comment at the top of the chat. There is a link to our Discord. Click on that link. You will be invited to join the Prop for Match exclusive Discord channel. Once you click that link, you got to get verified. And once you do, you will be inside our Discord channel, which is right here. All of these channels will open up. We got our general chat, our trading room. We have the Prop for Match TV channel right here where you have my analysis. We have the chart room. People post their chart markups in here. Shout out Sam the Trader, always hooking it up here with some good markups. Then you go to the stream chat. This is where we run our giveaways, okay? So what we're gonna do is I'm going to give you guys a code word. The code word is going to be dun, 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 inversion. So type inversion to enter the giveaway. Anybody that types inversion into the stream chat below my name will be entered into the giveaway. So you see these entries coming in. Everyone's got the rhythm. We know how to do this now. So get those entries in. I'll let you guys do that. As far as where I think the market goes for the rest of the day, I think it's very feasible that we have a sell day down to 25,421 to complete this higher time frame distribution curve. Okay, I think we have relative equal lows right here. I think the market wants to take those out, which means we could continue to look for trades as long as we do have the correct draw on liquidity. I would say I don't want to get into a trade right now. I'll probably wait to get into another trade until the PM session, if anything. I will be streaming on ASFX TV at 1 p.m. So I'll probably wait to take another trade until I'm back on stream there for the PM session. And yeah, I'll probably just chill until then. But I do think that we could keep traveling down to these previous day low, these relative equal lows, which means there's a lot of range that you can still capture, right? From where market is currently trading at down to previous day's low is another 500 ticks on the NQ, another 126 points. You got some room. Let's get a P&L check. I'm going to run a quick poll. Most of you should be green if you're taking all the trades that I've taken on stream. We hit 2 dubs today. All right, I just started a poll. P&L check. Are we red or green today? Go ahead. Let us know. Let the chat know. Remember, it's anonymous, so there we go. Remember, it's anonymous, so you don't need to worry about anyone seeing. Be honest. If you're red, it's all good. It's part of the game. Oh, I keep forgetting to do a flat option. I'll do that next time. Sorry, bro. I'll remember that for next time. Okay, most of you are green. That's what I want to see. If you're following along with us, you should be green. Oi, Miss says they lost their 10K account today. Man, thank you for the honesty, bro. I appreciate the honesty. It's part of the game. We all lose accounts. Come back stronger. Peace and love, bro. Project X sucks. It doesn't take my orders on Aqua Feeder. Yeah. Zip my lips. The wrong way, the key. Yeah, I'm glad that I took my Project X trades earlier. I guess when there were no outages. So I guess there were outages earlier. All right, how we doing? Should I get these entries? I'm going to collect these entries. So if you're late, you're late. I'm going to get them right now. You guys probably got like another 30 seconds, 20 seconds before I get all of them. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, wait. Oops, I messed it up. So you have a few more seconds. Okay, I got them. Got all the entries. Okay, I'm also trying very hard. I'm trying to prompt ChatGPT a little bit more precise. So we'll see if this helps and nobody gets missed. It's a learning curve, chat. I think this should make it better. Okay, here we go. Got my list. All right, Chad, here we go. Here we go. Market pulled right back up after sweeping that high again. I'd be less interested in trying to find a short right away. I'm not going to lie. We might come back up to the highs. You just got a 5-minute inversion right here. Yeah, I'd be less interested in looking for short continuation after it just swept this liquidity and could not displace lower. Just saying. So if you're holding a short from when we were originally in, I'd be cautious there. I would definitely not recommend trying to get into another short just yet. I think you would want to be patient here and hold off. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get this going. Duck, duck, goose. Let's go, chat. All right, first one. I still have, how many accounts do we have to give away? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Oh, I got a lot. I only have, I got 5 accounts to give away. Okay, let's do it. Let's go. We got work to do, chat. Here we go. Here we go. Five, 4, 3, 2. Pennywise. Shout out Pennywise. Let me find you on Discord. Got you. There you are. All right, that's one. Still got like 4 more accounts to give away. Let's go again. Here we go. Here we go. Alex in the front. AK92 is up there. Oh, it's coming close. Coming close. Damn. My duck going in the oven today for sure. Damn. Oh my God. Okay, Manchester. Manchester fan man. Let me find you on Discord. Got you. Shout out, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I still got 3 more accounts to give away. I know you guys said do the wheel, but how about what if I just ask ChatGPT to pick a name instead of using these things? We can just do a random generator, tell ChatGPT to pick a name. You guys want to do that? All right, let's do it. Here we go. Oh, wait. I need to get the list. I have the list here. Here we go. Drum roll. Carpe diem. Carpe diem is the winner. That was fair. That was very fair. No one can complain there. If your name ain't there, then you were late. Okay, carpe diem. Everyone's telling me to make another list. Should we do one last list? All right, but I'm going to do this one quick because, stream's almost over. I do have 2 more accounts to give away, I believe. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 2 more accounts to give away. All right, screw it. We'll do one last list. Just going to go back here to the stream chat. Okay, go. Type fair value gap in the chat to enter. New list, last time. Last list for 2 more accounts. Hey, Zach, I just finished the 23rd chapter of your liquidity concept on ASFX. Super good stuff. From now on, my 5th day of being green. Gonna watch it again. Thanks. Dude, let's go. That's awesome, man. Super happy to hear that, Randall. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on that course. I really wanted to make sure it was good. So much appreciated, bro. Really much appreciated. Okay, I'm going to give everyone until 11:31. We're doing this one quick. Hey, Alex just hit me up on WhatsApp. Alex, our guest, he said he ended up taking that same short that we took on stream, and he's up 10K plus across his accounts. Shout out, Alex. That's awesome. All right. All right. It's 11:31. I'm getting this list done. Oops. Here we go. Last time. That's it. Use ChatGPT one last time. Old faithful ChatGPT. Man, market. I think the market might want to pull back up, guys. It's kind of looking that way for now. Okay, I got my list. All right. Last two duck races. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go, duck. Remember, if you're in the back right now, you can't see your duck. That does not mean you're cooked. Most of the time, the people in the front are cooked. So don't worry. You got time here. All right, Prothamish. You are the winner. Dino, I'm going to answer that question for you. Just give me 1 sec. Okay, found you. Prothamish. Shout out. You won. You won an account. By the way, guys, for anyone that's new, if you don't know how to claim your account, it's very simple. Go to PFM support on X. Okay. Send them a DM right here. Click send message and just tell them you're a winner. Show them proof of your Discord handle and a timestamp as well would help. But that's all you got to do. They'll get you hooked up with your account within a couple of days. It does take a couple of days, so just be patient with them, but it will come. Shout out to the winner. And I have one more account to give away. Real quick, I know Dino just asked a question. So Dino saying, using code match will give me a discount plus BOGO. What is BOGO? I don't know what that is. Is that their like generic code? Usually not. You can only use one or the other, but they're going to be the same. So if you want to support the stream, use code match. I don't think you can like add multiple discounts, but I don't know. Buy one, get one. Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know. It might be its own discount. By the way, though, guys, if you don't win any accounts today, first off, come back tomorrow. Friday, we'll be giving away another 12 accounts. As always, it's what we do. But if you just need to get hooked up with some accounts, man, go over to propfirmmatch.com. Check out which firm you want to go with. We have a ton of listed firms. These are trusted firms that will pay you out. And use code MATCH. It will get you the best discount possible. Over 57% with Top 1 Futures, 20% my funded futures, Tradeify 40%, Funding Ticks 35%. Just a ton of good deals here. Blue Guardian 60% with code MATCH. Ton of good promos, all with code MATCH. So check that out. But all right, let's run our last giveaway, and we'll have to call it a day after that. Here we go. Last one, chat. Destiny, yes. So using code MATCH will get you the best discount, and you can get loyalty points. You can be rewarded with loyalty points, which you stack up, and eventually you can use those loyalty points to get a free account. So it's better than just using a generic code, because yeah, you get the promo, but you don't get to stack any loyalty points to roll those loyalty points into more accounts for free. So you get better value with code MATCH. Correct. Trader D, yes, sir. If you get a payout from a giveaway account, I'll have you on stream. Deepak Ninja. It's a big name. Let me find you. Deepak Ninja. Found you. All right. Perfect. Got you, bro. All right, chat. That'll do it for the giveaways. This market, I mean, as far as the market goes, look at that. This is why we take our base hits. Imagine I was trying to just be a hero and make $1 million and trade all the way down to previous day's low. My trade would be back at break even. This is what I'm talking about. This is why base hits are the way to go. Take your money. You can always get back into a trade. And most of the time, you're not going to get that perfect entry that it goes 5,000 points, down to your full target. Position yourself with a good entry, with a clear draw of liquidity. Take your base hit, take your money, come back, enter again if you need to. That's the way to do it. Not looking for the home run trade every single day. Base hits, man. Base hits. All right, guys. Amazing stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, we will be back. We'll be back tomorrow with Evan Dyer from ASFX. So Evan Dyer will be on as a special guest, and we'll just keep it rolling, man. Until then, peace and love. Follow me on X. Follow me on YouTube if you want to see some free technical analysis. On X, I also post my journey there. Links are in the description of the video. And I'll be on ASFX TV at 1 p.m. as well if you want to follow me over there. So peace and love, gang. See you tomorrow. Peace.